Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited that you are joining us this evening as we raise funds for medical aid for Palestinians, an incredible organization who provides essential medical services in the West Bank, Gaza, and Lebanon. Medical Aid for Palestinians focuses on delivering health and medical care to those most affected by conflict, occupation, and displacement, advocating for the rights to health and dignity of Palestinians. We are going to be playing Daggerheart this evening, and I hear that we're going to be using the Void Transformations, which is technically still being play tested, so it might be a little funky and fun tonight, but we're going to focus on the fun, less of the funky. Whether you are in our Twitch chat or our YouTube, there is a Tiltify link that you can go to where every single dollar donated goes straight to medical aid for Palestinians. And while you're there, you might find that there are some really fun ways that you can shape the game that we're going to be playing this evening. For a donation of $10 or more, you can donate a reroll, a duality dice to anyone on screen. For a donation of $25, you can give a player hope or the Dagger Master of Fear. I don't really like that one as much, and I think if everyone does a thumbs down, that just like automatically doesn't happen, right?
Counterpoint. Really like it.
Unless,
You know,
unless that's the only way that you'll donate, then please destroy
Yeah. So many of them. I murder them.
For $35 or more, you can choose a player to roll an immediate reaction roll. On a fail, the player will then mark a stress. For $50 or more, you can name the next NPC that our wonderful Dagger Master will use, Rachel. For $100 or more, you can have two players perform a tag team action roll. And for $250 or more, you can choose any weapon on Demiplane and gift it to the players as an exalted weapon for the final combat. It really feels like to me that Rachel wants to us today. So, help us out, gang. Help us out. We have a really exciting $200 match. So the first $200 donated this evening is matched actually by an anonymous donor. And every person who donates this evening gets entered into a drawing to win a free t-shirt from Session Zero. They make a really fun TTRPG and D&D related t-shirts. With all of that said, my friends, I am Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am so excited to play with all of these wonderful people and just play Daggerheart for y'all, raising funds for medical aid for Palestinians. I am going to kick things over to Brandon.
Hello. My name is Brandon Arkham, and man, I am so excited. This is my first time playing Daggerheart. Can't wait to play with you guys. Over to Jenna.
Hi, everyone. I am Jenna Jaggers, and I'm very excited to be playing Daggerheart for the very first time with this lovely group. Thank you for organizing this, Jess, and thank you for running this, Rachel. And I will kick this to AJ.
Well, hello. I'm not my accent. I'm AJ. Pronouns she, her. I'm awake. So early in Australia. Ooh, fudge. Popcorn to Ames.
Hi. I'm Ames. You can use whatever pronouns you want for me, whatever feels right in the moment. I am also very awake right now, but I'm just in the US and it's just been a long day. And I'm excited to play Daggerheart for the first time. And with that, I will popcorn to Rachel.
And I am Rachel. I have a channel here on YouTube, also on Twitch, called The Faint Divinities that I created specifically to play Daggerheart. It's kind of my specialty. I won the 2024 Crit Award for GMing of Daggerheart. So that's what I'm here to do. Let's see how if I can carry that mantle. We shall. That's everything I need. No more popcorns. That's it.
No more popcorns. I think we're ready to get the ball rolling.
Okay, awesome. And track note weirder things. Fantastic. All right. So, as we are, everybody's ready to dive in? No last minute creepies or spookies? All right, great. Guys, Nothing interesting ever happens in the small town of Briarvale. There's a full moon tonight, bathing the pines in a silvery glow as the winds begin picking up, driving billowing clouds across the night sky. The rustling of autumn leaves is interrupted only by sounds of cars headed home as the streets empty of the last trick-or-treaters. And you know that in pockets nestled across the town, small gatherings are beginning for a night of Halloween celebration. Everyone has somewhere to go to, somewhere to be, some costume to put on to pretend just for tonight that their lives are full of magic and mystery before the night ends and they go back to their humdrum, ordinary routines tomorrow. Because again, nothing interesting ever happens in Briartown. Except for you. Gathered together in an upstairs bedroom of a quiet house on a quiet street, a small group of friends from the local Briarvale High are spending their quiet Halloween together, as you often do, but with one gut-wrenching exception, because someone you love very much has gone missing. And as the wind picks up again, a gust blows through the open bedroom window, ripping at the curtains and scattering papers from the desk across the room. Unfinished homework, newspaper clippings, hopeful college admission essays, all flit across the bedroom where we find your partner. Now, the nature of Daggerheart is that it is a collaborative game. I don't know everything that will be built into this game, and I'm not meant to. You guys are meant to build the story with me. We're all playing an imagination game together. So to start that off, I want to ask, whose house are we in? And anybody can jump in. Anybody who thinks that you would host.
I don't want to like point fingers, but I know that Brandon's character has a nice house.
That's true.
Exactly my thought.
Yeah, I think yeah, Zane, does it this is the first time all of you have been to my house. Well, mostly because it's probably it's like not super safe for me most of the time, or you guys, because I get sick a lot, and also like oh no, it's sometimes my house is a little bit weird, but yeah, you guys, I invite you guys over because our good friend Alex, we haven't seen them in a while, and I live pretty close, and my parents are never home, so we can like sneak out.
Tell me, because again, this is a lot of your friends group first time to your estate. Tell me what the house looks like as they would have been walking, pedaling their bikes up to see your family home.
Yeah, it's about like a mile and a half from the road, so you think you're there, but you're not. It's about like a mile of like those really like just those trees that are like planted perfectly on either side of a driveway that you know just somebody paid a lot of money to just have them perfectly lined up. I think they're like at this time of year, it's these like really large like oak trees that are just a beautiful like orange and brown and red, just speckling the driveway as you go to my house. And then all of a sudden it opens up, beautiful green manicured lawn, a fountain in the center of a roundabout driveway. There's like 12 garages, and just like beautiful white pillars in front of a red brick house, one of those like old school just rectangular estate houses, 2 stories, but the house is just too wide. And I'm I'll be I was like looking out of the front door waiting to see you guys come.
For the audience, if they were looking at your character there peeking through the blinds, what would they see? Introduce your character now.
Yes. So my name is Zane Choi. I'm a Korean American kid. I'm 18, but I look like I could pass for a middle schooler. Pretty short guy. Um, dressed kind of like this. Wasn't sure if anybody else was going to dress up, but felt like it was important. Also, this is medically necessary as well. Um, but just peering out, just breath on the front door window, um, looking out, just mouth breathing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And somebody is now approaching the house. Probably, I would say that there are a couple of you approaching. One of you jump in and tell me what is going through your mind as you are approaching these huge doors, kind of ensconced by these pillars.
I think that Chadley likes to arrive on time, and he's thinking to himself, dang, like, I knew that Zane's family had it, but, like, I didn't know they had it like this. This is lit. You know what? That sounds like a word from the future. I live in 2005, so this looks like so sick. Wow, this is radical. Oh my gosh. Chadley
Dude,
is-
Chadley, just you gotta say lit, man. Like, I know you're trying to coin the phrase. You just gotta keep saying it. It's
Okay.
gonna catch on.
Do you think so? Like, I think it's a pretty cool word, but like, I don't
Dude.
know. Maybe a couple decades from now, people will like it.
All right. Well, just keep it in your vocab, man. It's pretty sick.
Well, bring it in, big guy. Bring it in.
Don't touch too hard. You know that I've been out of school for a few weeks because yeah, I've just been dealing with like a skin issue. So maybe no hugs, but I got like a bowl of candy. No trick-or-treaters ever come, but it's like the good candy, right? It's like the king size stuff.
I think that Zane definitely says that he's been dealing with some skin issues a little bit too late, and you see like Chadley kind of like recoil at that, and it's fine. You know, he steps away, and as they do step away, you see a like 6 foot just hunk of an 18-year-old. They've got a dirty brown mop of hair. They've got super bright green eyes, and they look they just like kind of look like they're built like a refrigerator box, just with a little bit more definition. Chadley plays rugby, and you can definitely tell.
Perfect.
And
so-
he's showing up in a rugby jersey because they've got a game tomorrow.
Always a soccer game tomorrow. It's rugby. I understand, but that's a different reference. Anyway, so as you two are beginning to make your way in, and you, Zane, are showing Chadley the way around the house, you finally do get to your bedroom, where two of you actually are already waiting. So for two of you, one of you jump in and tell me what you're doing in this massive room, understanding that he probably has everything. So if you want it to be there, add it in. Go ahead.
It is rifling through everything. Absolutely everything. Just picking everything up, touching it, looking at it, putting it back, and then just kind of like feeling like everything, which is kind of difficult for her due to extenuating circumstances of, you know, being a ghost and all. And that's also going to be her Halloween costume, is just a sheep.
Incredible.
And she has short, dark hair and kind of hazily golden eyes as she's just looking through everything with very heavy eyeshadowed wonder.
That's fantastic. And what are the things that people would notice when they were to stand close to you, given your background specifically?
I think things might get a little colder if you stand a little close. Sometimes there are random things opening and closing in her general vicinity, almost ghostly, ghastly in a sense. And she definitely, absolutely just smells of so much cigarette smoke because she turned 18 and she's very cool and she's making it her entire personality.
Incredible. Absolutely. Yes. And then one of the other ones of you, tell me about some of the technology in this room. Remember, it's 2006. So what things are in there? I mean, as a point of reference, the Xbox 360 just came out. YouTube is in its early stage. If there are magazines in the room,
Oh my
they
god,
probably
E-Bombs World.
Oh
yes,
my
E-Bombs World
God.
is totally a thing.
some of us are still on Neopets way too late. Do you know what I mean? So
Look,
some
I've
of
got to go and visit the omelet and get my slice today, okay?
it's always
No.
the pea omelet, and I don't want it.
Iliad is 100% at the computer desk, you know, the big wooden like console center where the tower is in the bottom. There's like the little pre-slot like areas for the CDs and things. Iliad does not have a computer at their house and has had to be very resourceful for their burgeoning empire. But they are definitely surfing the web.
I love that. Any specific web pages that you're surfing? Do you have AOL or Yahoo Messenger up, by the way?
Yeah, so definitely AIM is running, and Iliad is checking in on their business obligations. So I'm
Right.
on Craigslist managing, seeing if anything has sold. I have another spin up thing on eBay. I sell like spells, hexes, potions, and whatnot all across. So I'm just checking in on that because I don't like to leave it, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to keep all my ratings really high, so I have to respond quickly and also seeing what other people are up to. So
And I think we have the vibe for your character down pat. But if we
yeah.
were looking at you sitting there in front of the computer console, what are we seeing?
Iliad is like perched on the chair with their like feet up like this, kind of hunched over. They're wearing a set of overalls that are a little bit dirty. They have been mended. Clearly, they were like in their backyard doing something before they came over here. They rode here on a bicycle, so biked that whole mile up the entryway because they just like to be a part of nature. And also their overalls have very obvious signs of very beautiful mending. They've woven into all of the holes. The hair is in little space buns that are taut, a little bit messy, and then their costume is just like 3 whiskers on either side and a set of cat ears.
Ooh, so good. Yes, absolutely. Love it. Incredible. And then we have one person who hasn't joined what is in some cases a search party at this point. Um, why to start, can you, AJ, let us know why is your character running late?
She's been there the whole time outside the front door, and when they walked in, when Chadley and such walked in, she sort of like scurried behind one of the really tall hedges, not wanting to be seen yet, and then has been pacing outside, like holding onto her flip phone, just waiting for like a text of some kind, just being like, come on.
So as that's happening, the wind that we've talked about, and again, you can see those clouds rolling over and almost covering just the limbed full moon above you. But as that wind is picking up, it actually catches something else. A sheet of paper that is rustling through some of the grass of the estate and tumbling towards you. And it actually presses itself up onto the steps of the front patio and there kind of sticks in between the crack and flickers and flutters. And as you are looking there with your face lit in the glow of your cell phone, you look down and you can see Alex's face smiling winningly back at you above the words missing. Would you tell me, what does Alex look like? you get the honor of describing our beloved friend.
Ooh, okay. Alex is like any teen rom-com lead. Melt-worthy eyes, like styled hair that is never styled, like rocks up out of bed and it's all rustled just perfectly in like a brown, rusty, orangey color, like where it sort of sits in the beautiful way between brown and ginger, but not enough that anyone would bully them for being a ginger. But he has like glasses over the top that sort of detract slightly from that like everything perfect rom-com lead, and like a medium build, so he could easily be bullied as well, or if he were to, you know, wear the right clothing, could still seem like he's one of the athletes.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead. So in Daggerheart, all of our players start with 2 hope. If you don't already have 2 hope marked on your sheet, go ahead and use that plus icon to make sure you do. The GM starts with, or Dagger Master if you're nasty, as we like to say over on my channel. The GM starts with the number of fear, reflective of the number of characters. And as you are looking at that, knowing the secrets that all of you share with a friend, as everyone does, knowing your secret specifically, I'm going to spend the first fear of the game to have you mark a stress.
You know, Rachel,
Oh,
someone
no.
did donate to give you a fear.
Ooh,
So I don't know if you have to get rid of one.
spare fear. I think I know who that was. A dear friend. Thank you so much. And if you, AJ, would go ahead and mark a stress on Juliet's sheet as the feeling of loss sinks in your chest, but probably emboldens you to make your way inside.
Juliet will place a pair of bunny ears atop her head, knowing that you're meant to dress in a costume on Halloween. And she's a stickler for rules, so she does so, and she makes her way inside, sort of like brushing off any smear or dirt or potential like ruffle in her outfit. Everything needs to be pristine. You see this very petite, maybe like 5 foot, strawberry blonde girl. She's 18. Her cheeks always like slightly flush with like a natural red pink pigment. And she looks very sweet. But there's something about her eyes that just aren't. They're these bright amber colors that look like she is constantly observing. Everything is just a little too sharp in her eyes to match the cute and soft exterior that you see. And she'll make her way up to the bedroom where the others are.
Okay. So as you there get to the bedroom that's left slightly ajar, you can hear all of your friends inside. What are the 4 of you talking about right now?
Sid is asking what absolutely everything and anything is. What's this?
Oh,
What's that?
That's my medication. That is a old Kool-Aid bottle filled with dirt. And yeah, that is a mug of just mostly petties. I keep it around just in case I need a petty at any point of time.
Yeah, no, that checks out. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
What do you need pennies for?
If I go to the zoo and want a little souvenir.
Yeah, do you like go to the zoo often then?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I can. It's one of my favorite places in town. Whenever I could get a ride. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
You know, you could like ask us to give you a ride, and we could all do it like.
Oh
together.
no, I wouldn't want you. You guys are so busy. I wouldn't want to get in the way of all of the things you're doing. I mean, you got rugby. You got rugby tomorrow. You can't drive me You can't drive me to the zoo.
Yeah, but like the day after. You know, like going on a really long walk or like a nice jog is like one of the best ways to like work out the soreness. A lot of people think that, oh, I should just like lay on the couch after a game because I feel like I've gotten hit by a truck like over and over again. But no, the best way is to just keep your body moving, constantly in motion.
I did read an article about that.
You're always reading. You're so smart.
I know. I'm playing Snake on the computer now, like in in the corner.
If I move one day, I actually do have to be on bed rest the next day. My organs get tied up in like a full knot.
Well, we could have like a fun couch day the next day.
Oh.
At this point, all of you would see as Juliet is wandering in with that flyer there in her hand. And all of you would probably turn. But Ames, they're playing Snake. On AIM, actually a pop-up comes across, an IM, and you don't recognize the username, but it says, hello, question.
I say, hello, question mark, with 3 question marks back.
Going to respond hello again as all of you are kind of focusing on Juliet entering again this large room.
Oh, hey, Juliet. Nice of you to make it. Welcome to my house. Oh, I hope you didn't get lost.
No, I didn't. I just I was standing outside for a while and then decided to come in. Got another poster.
Oh. Yeah. Nice costume.
Thanks. I wanted to, to the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
How long has this been now? That like, is he officially missing? Like missing? Has no one heard from him? I thought it was just me.
I mean, I haven't got my homework for a few weeks, and Alex usually brings me my homework when I'm not in school, so I'm really far behind.
Guys?
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up?
Who?
You better not be talking to my crush on my...
I logged into my account. I don't... Wait, who's your crush?
Oh.
Yeah, seriously. Let's go back to that.
Well... I don't...
As all of you are beginning to make your way over to the computer at this point and are seeing Iliad there sitting in front of a screen.
Oh.
It says "Let me out." Is this a Halloween prank? Is there like someone on here you gave my contact info to?
The lights flicker.
Why don't we ask from where?
I type that in.
As you type in from where, across the room, Zane, you have an enormous walk-in closet where the door is currently shut. And all of you hear at the same time from inside of the closet.
I run over and I open up the closet.
Absolutely the fuck not.
I've seen an action happen already. I assume, Zane, you do not keep your closet locked, right? There's no reason for it. It's not security pass or anything.
No, and no one should be home. They went to the vineyard for Halloween.
So as you immediately, Chadley, running over, diving into action, incredible living, flinging the door open, you see nothing. It's
I move.
Sid
the
is just
clothes.
holding her hands up because she's like, not me.
I'm like moving business
And this
suits
walk-in
and
closet.
all sorts of stuff out of the way, and I'm like looking in like every nook and cranny. You
There's
guys,
like a
there's like nothing in here.
there's
Is
like
this-
another door that's more closet.
Oh,
There's
okay.
like-
I ripped
yeah.
that one open.
As you go, as you are talking and saying, there's another closet, the lights flicker one more time.
Oh.
As you head across the room to open the other closet, all of the lights immediately down.
Oh.
And you are all now standing in a quiet room. So, at this point, guys, at this point, everything shifts. The silence is deafening as you all feel a chill beginning to seep through the walls and the floorboards, crawling up your skin like icy fingers. The temperature drops so fast that each of you still living can see your own breath. Ooh, is there an immediate reaction roll? Fantastic. Thank you, whoever donated that. What timing. So I'm going to have Chadley. I would like you to make a presence reaction roll. So this does not generate hope or fear. You're just going to take your 2d12, roll them, and add up the total.
It's a 15.
15 specifically is what I had
Oh.
set up. So nothing there. As everything is there, you are looking around the room, and in this darkness, you know that there is a full moon outside. And when you are getting stressed, things lately have been getting a little risky. You begin to feel your skin kind of stretching against itself, and then kind of focus in and collect yourself. And it's in that moment that you are closing your eyes that your ears are hearing a little bit better. And in one corner of the room, you're hearing a raspy, jagged, rattling sound.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Really?
As you all turn, you are all seeing there, in the corner, barely perceptible, is the faintest outline of a large, looming shape.
Oh.
I shoot it with my crossbow.
Incredible! All right, so you have a crossbow on you?
Yeah, it's like a little tiny one.
Or like the little
and
hand
I have
crossbow.
it like a
Crossbows
little
for
hand
kids.
one. I have it tucked in my like very proficient backpack that I carry at all times, and I sort of like remove it from the little side chamber and immediately shoot.
As Juliet's doing that, Zabe's like, "Oh, Corbin, Paisley, that's not funny. You guys need to stop right now."
So as you do this, okay, so as you are shooting, we're going to go ahead and make our first attack roll of the game. So for this specifically, you are going to use your hope and fear dice, okay? Remember, one is hope, one is fear. You are going to roll them together and go ahead and make an attack. It's going to use your highest modifier, just easy. Okay?
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to spend a hope, you can always add an experience in if you would like to go ahead and do that.
I can. I have on my experiences, I put in one of the early ones, but I have survival training. My dad used to take me out into the forest and leave me there.
That'll do it.
To make my way home and survive.
Incredible. So expend a hope,
That's
mark
the
a
type
hope
of parents
off.
I have.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. I got a 4 on my hope and a 3 on my fear.
For a 7 total, but with hope. With hope, go ahead and restore the hope that you had just spent. So every time you roll hope, you're going to mark hope. But with a 7, that is going to be a failure. And on a fail in Daggerheart specifically, remember, Daggerheart does not have an initiative order. What it is using is based on cues. And with a failure on that, I am going to go ahead and jump in.
Oh.
And so that shape, as you shoot, it actually does engage with the shadowy shape. And you see it kind of shrug back. And as it turns, you see a misshapen, pale face there in the moonlight. And actually, the large shape gets bigger as it lifts up to full size. And from its side reaches out, extending a huge scythe. And at this point, it is going to focus on you as it is running in across the room and is going to make an attack. So, with that, I am going to go ahead and have it go to you and make a standard attack. So, let me go ahead. And remember, guys, in Daggerheart, if you miss the d20, be the GM, you get to keep it. That is going to be a 13 total. Does that bypass your evasion?
My evasion is 13.
That's going so meet it to beat it. So with that meet, this scythe that it is rolling up, it is going to immediately slash across. Now, for the first one, you do duck down. It's on the backswing that with the flat end of it, it actually hits you in the shoulder, knocking you down. I'm going to go ahead and roll the damage for this. This is going to be that is 18 points of physical damage. This is the first time we're taking damage in this system. 18. We are looking for your thresholds. So remember, on your character sheet, you are going to have 3 layers of health damage you can take. Minor damage is 1. That first number you're seeing in the bar is what would meet or exceed to go into major damage. And for that last one would meet to or exceed to go into severe damage. Okay. So with this one, again, we have 18. What category does that fall into?
Good question. You know what? I'm going to send this to you so you can help me read it.
Fantastic. Incredible. Yeah, let me go ahead and see that. Great. Thank you so much. Let me open that up real quick. It does. Yeah, I can see it right now. Okay. Ooh,
brilliant.
Your thresholds are very low. This is going to be severe.
That's probably because I didn't build the character right, but we'll do it anyway.
No worries. So right now, your threshold is 4. Okay, so your severe threshold is 4. That means this meets into that range. So this is going to be severe damage, which would be 3. Go ahead into, very briefly, I can see that you don't have armor equipped. Go into your equipment tab and mark your armor. Okay, so go ahead and mark your short bow, your leather armor, your stamina potion. Okay, go ahead and mark all of those boxes. And let me know once you're done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to refresh that page and just see if you have your armor slots equipped at this point. Perfect, you have 3. So the way that this system works, you will be taking 3 hit points unless you would like to expend 1 armor slot right now. You can drop it to 2 and mark 1 armor. Would you like to do that?
No, I'll take the.
Go ahead.
I'll take the 3.
Fantastic. So you're going to go ahead and mark 3 on that hit. Because this one has momentum, I gain a fear as part of that. I'm immediately going to expend it, however, to make 1 more attack. This time, I am going to say, let's do this to Jenna. Sid, standing on another side of the room, having been kind of focused with other things, you feel a drip on your shoulder. And as you look up, you see a smaller creature there, its neck twisted completely around, leering down at you. And it's going to, as it is going to leap down and make an attack against you. This is a cult fang. I'm going to go ahead and mark a stress on that creature. So cult fang, and it's going to go ahead and make an attack. Make an instinct reaction roll for me. So
instinct reaction roll. So I pressed the instinct button. Great. It's a +0. Incredible.
Fantastic. Incredible. So go ahead and use your hope and fear dice. You're going to roll them. Hope and fear don't matter in this case. We're just looking to beat a number.
10.
10. Okay, a 10 is going to not succeed on this. You guys are going to have to donate for help for this party. So at this point, on a failure of that, go ahead and mark 2 stress on your character sheet. And as it leaps down on you, the rest of you would see that Sid's character vanishes from sight. But what you hear is that closet door slam again, this time with just Sid and that creature inside of the closet. Now, that's all I'm going to do at this point. I'm going to relinquish rounds back to you guys to act. Remember, whoever wants to jump in can.
I would like to immediately activate my spirit form and just go through the door and leave that little thing in that closet all by itself. It's having a little moment. I'm gonna let it have its moment. We're gonna ride it out, but it's gonna do it alone.
Fantastic. Remember, we're using the transformation cards.
When it like creaked its neck, Sid did it even more horrifically, like in a very mocking sense. So it probably makes sense why there was such an extreme reaction.
Spookies fighting spookies is the absolute best. Incredible. So that was a stress that you marked to go ahead and do that.
Correct.
Fantastic. And you're now immune to physical damage. So great. Now, as part of that, if you'd like to do something else, you certainly could. Like, there's no rule against attacking at this point, too.
So I am invisible. If I whisper to my good old buddies, will the creature be able to determine where I am?
It would be difficult for them, I would say. It's dark, you know?
Okay, I'm going to go in one corner, whisper, hey, I'm out of the closet, and then go to the other corner in spirit form.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, we were all there before you were, Jenna, just to be clear. Fantastic. Now, again, guys, this is a great strategy in Daggerheart, by the way. If you do something that doesn't really roll, there's no way to turn the play over to me at this point. So I could choose to spend my resources to jump in, but I don't want to. So what else do you guys want to do? You know that there are 2 creatures in here with you. Anything?
I have the gnome ancestry, which means I have true sight, and so I have advantage on rolls to see through illusions. I think I look towards everyone and be like, this is probably just my younger twin siblings played a joke on us. Corbin Paisley, you could come out. You could come out now. This one's not as funny as the other ones.
It is so unfortunate that when you turn back and you it's the same sensation as when you unfocus your eyes to make the stars kind of limn a little bit brighter. And you do that trying to sense your siblings through it. And there is no change here. This is real.
They're getting really good.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, now I will jump in if nobody wants to do anything.
I want to just full on tackle the one that is kind of harassing Juliet.
Okay, so that one's in the closet. If you want to go over to the closet and open and get in there, you want to go? Great, fantastic. See, second time that Chadley's going in the closet. Fantastic, I love it.
He's been in there. It's fine. He'll come out too.
All of us. Due time, babies. Okay.
Can I say something when you open the door?
You have to. Yes, now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As you open the door to this creature, I look at it, eyes piercing, and I say, "You aren't welcome here." And I want to use my Voice of Dread spell.
Oh my gosh. Please tell me what Voice of Dread spell does. Because again, guys, this is more void content. This is the witch class.
Yeah, I can magically speak directly into the ears of a creature I can see to torment them with my words. I make a spellcast roll. On a success, they must mark a stress and become temporarily vulnerable.
So this is going to be a piece that I want to check in real quick with our player who initiated, okay? Because this thing that Ames is trying to do will trigger a roll that Iliad is making. That could turn play over to me. Are you comfortable with the narrative of that, or do you want to keep a maintain on it from your side right now? Good? Fantastic. So go ahead and make your spellcast roll. That's going to be, again, roll your 2d12 hope and fear dice, add any modifiers, which,
What
again,
is
spellcast is going to be your big
modifier?
one. So it should be a +2 or a +3 at level 2. It's going to be your largest one, though.
Where's that on my sheet?
Top. Modifiers are going to be across the top. Just like in Dungeons and Dragons, the plus numbers under, for a witch, it's probably instinct, I would guess. Or
Oh,
maybe
that
presence.
makes, yeah, because I remember making my biggest thing that.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good thing. That's a 21.
Oh, now with hope or with fear, which die rolled higher?
My hope die was higher.
That is a success with hope. That is the best kind of roll you could have outside of a critical. Very
Great.
well done. Mark a hope on your sheet.
Nice.
She's marked.
Fantastic, and that's a success. So what is the consequence of doing that?
They must mark a stress, and now they are vulnerable. And I didn't click on what the
so
little blue link for
That's
oh my
okay.
God, vulnerable
worry.
meant. I assumed
can-
it was probably good for getting bashed in.
So good. It's so good. Everybody from here on out is going to have advantage to hit. And guys, because of the nature of this game, with that success and you didn't roll fear, I don't get to go. Jess, you still have your turn now.
Incredible.
So as you fling open this door, this creature is there on the ground, kind of looking around for where the ghost went. You look up and it and then sees that voice of dread and almost backs against a wall there and is still trying to be fearsome, but is certainly
Yeah, because it knows it's not welcome here.
not welcome. Gotta get out.
Hey, you can't come in my room, guys.
I'm definitely that. He asked for no pickles.
So I don't want to use my weapon. I literally just want to like tackle it. And I think because it's up against the wall, safety is top of mind for me. I'm not trying to bash my skull into the wall. So I think when I get into like tackling position, I'm gonna like sweep the legs and just like drill it into the floor, basically.
Very good. Now, the thing that I love about Daggerheart is it is flavor forward. So I know you're not using your weapon, but I'm going to let you use all of the stuff that you would get from your weapon. Okay?
Incredible.
Flavor is free. Guacamole is extra. You know what I mean? So go ahead and make an attack roll first. Again, we're doing the same thing. That's an ability. So hope and fear die plus your highest modifier. Probably for you, it's going to be strength. I'm pretty confident. Yeah. And remember, if you want to use a hope to add an experience, you always can.
So I've rolled 12 so far. My hope was higher.
Pretty good. Would you like to add an experience to it?
Yeah, I'll add my scrum half experience for rugby. And so, I'm sorry, what do I do with that now?
So what is that experience worth? I think it's a +3, right?
That's such a great question that you are
So
asking me.
on your demi-plane sheet, underneath your experiences on the right-hand side, you will see scrum half, and then it'll have a little white box that has a number plus something to the side of it. And actually, let me go ahead and
Plus
look at your
2.
Fantastic. So, oh my God. Just real quick, I'm so sorry. Now, 14 would have been your total there. 14 with hope, which is pretty good, but it would have missed. However, this creature is vulnerable, which means you had advantage. Roll an extra d6 on top of that for your advantage die, which is what advantage always is in this game, guys.
I did roll a 6.
That's fantastic. That is, again, going to be a success with hope. So mark a hope back on your sheet, because every time you roll hope, you're going to earn hope. And now it's time for some damage, baby.
Hell yeah. Okay. So I'm rolling a d10. And I'm adding +3 to that.
Fantastic.
I rolled a 5. Not the best, not the worst. Oh,
okay.
But +3 makes it an 8.
Very good. I love to see an 8. Incredible. Now that is still inside of this creature's minor threshold for this, but that's still going to do damage. Absolutely. Well done. Okay. Now, I think, given where we are, I'm I am a friendly dagger master. I'm not gonna jump in immediately,
You
but you
know,
guys are. Oh,
Can I have the body basher ability, and when I use the full force of my body on a fight, on a successful attack using a weapon with melee range, I gain a bonus to my damage roll equal to my strength, which would be a +2. So 10.
incredible. That is going to flip it into its major damage threshold. So instead of doing 1 hit point of damage, it's going to do 2. And this creature doesn't have a ton. This is a big hit on it. Tell me what it looks like.
I think I literally just I run up and I'm cheek to cheek when I go for the tackle. I sweep the legs and it's like head neck area slams into the ground, and I look it dead in the eye and I say, "You better fucking leave Juliet alone." Like I sound
Ooh,
serious for like one of the very few times of my life.
very good. Oh, Chadley, killer. Love it. It's just big dog. Okay, fantastic. Now, again, this has been a lot of hope that y'all are rolling. I think that I'm not going to jump in just yet, but if y'all keep
Question.
rolling well, I'm going to try. Yeah, question. Go ahead.
How many windows are in this room, and are these creatures corporal?
So they are certainly corporeal, and I'm going to give the windows question over to our friend Zane.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. My closet has windows.
I think it does. I think it does.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I would like to use my troublemaker ability to briefly put my head out of
There's
my
a balcony.
spirit form.
There's a balcony in my closet, so you can.
Incredible.
open up
Of course
there.
there is. I don't know why.
Hashtag
Yeah. And then just be like a little like taunt at this creature that I know was looking at me, and then I want to stand right in front of the door or window, hoping they're gonna run right out of it, and then spirit form away from it.
Incredible. So that requires you to make a presence roll against them, I think.
Let's
if I'm
go.
reading right. Let's go ahead. So we're making that roll. Fantastic.
17.
Ooh, now with hope or with fear?
7 and 7 plus 3.
That's not, guys, that's not just with hope. That is a critical success. Okay.
Woo!
Doubles in Daggerheart is critical success. This is about to be so bomb. Okay. So in this system, a critical success, go ahead and mark a hope. Okay.
Let's go.
And
That's great because I think I just spent one.
and
So I'm just leaving it.
clear a stress also with this.
Oh.
Okay. Fantastic. Now
My shoulders are suddenly looser.
Yes. Now, the kind of language we use in this system is you get what you want and a little bit more. So on a success, you're going to roll a number of d4s equal to your proficiency. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So go ahead. What's your proficiency score? Plus...
I'm looking for.
Oh, sorry.
proficiency.
Just to be clear, proficiency is so different in this system. It is right under your active weapons in the dead center of your page at the top.
Active weapon dead center page at top. Okay.
I bet it's 2. Actually, I can see yours is 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So roll
it's 2.
2d4 at this point. Ooh, so good.
Four and 2.
Okay, so the
So
target
6
has
total.
to mark stress equal to the highest result rolled. Now, this is incredibly fun because first, it has 2 stress left. But this system means anything remaining once you max out your stress moves over to your health. And it also had 2 health left. How would you like to kill this creature?
Nice.
You have a really fancy fence outside, and I would like it to get impaled on the wrought iron spikes that kind of just surround this gorgeous estate and closet outside.
Oh my god, so good. So you're just like, are you kicking it through this window? Or are you
No, it's
wrenching
doing it all itself. I'm moving out of the way in the perfect amount of time.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. I love this. So, as it is, having been instructed that it is not welcome here, and then body bash, just brutalized by our rugby captain, and then wham bam, thank you, ma'amed by our ghost friend, it immediately is going to, with fear in its eyes, which is comical given the terrifying visage that it has, is going to flee and burst through this window, shattering the glass, trying to leap over. And as it is doing this, you're all hearing the Wilhelm scream. Rawr! I can't do it. As it is then falling down onto this fence. And is impaled there. And I will give you this last piece, Sid. As you look down at that body, for a moment, it kind of collapses, and then you see it just smoke that disappears and kind of walks over the yard. Fantastic job, you guys. But I would be a fool to not jump in at this point because I really have to do something to hurt you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use a fear to jump in with my baddie in the other room because we still do have that huge guy with a scythe. And he, at this point, is um, doing the classic move of scraping the scythe on the ground behind him, destroying the lush carpet, by the way, Zane, as he is walking towards you specifically
Oh,
to add
that's
insult
not
to
fine.
injury. And he is going to, with that last moment, he's going to stop, brace, and then begin running at you to slide that scythe along you. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and actually, as part of this, I'm going to use it as battering ram. So I'm going to mark a stress on his side. Oh, what's happened? Oh, sorry, guys. My computer decided to lock itself very briefly, but I'm back. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and mark that stress on his side. And he is going to use battering ram. So as he's charging, you are going to sidestep, and he is actually going to smash through the wall into the hallway of your house. And as he is doing that, I am going to say, anyone very close, I just think I'm going to use it against you, Zane. I need you to make an agility reaction roll. So again, your 2d12, hope and fear don't matter here. Add your agility.
That is a 12.
Fantastic, incredible. You did you have any agility to add to it?
No, just a +0.
Okay, and were you using a hope to add an experience at all?
No,
Fantastic. No
no,
worries.
no.
Okay. All right, great. So you are not quite fast enough as he rams into this, and you sidestepping out of the way. Some of this wall you actually begin grabbing onto before it craters, and you tumble out into the hallway and down a couple of steps. I'm going to have you go ahead and take our 2d4 plus 3 damage from the shrapnel itself. So let me go ahead and roll that out. That is going to be max damage.
Oh,
11 points of physical damage. What threshold does that fall in for you?
well, it would be major, but
Yes.
I have a spell called Rune Ward where I have a personal trinket infused with protective magic. I got an IV bag.
Oh, that's very good.
I just have it's on me, and that means I could spend a hope to reduce the damage by 1d8.
Go ahead and roll that for me. Absolutely.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh, incredible. So that brings it down to 3 points of damage, which
yes.
is in your minor, right?
Yes.
So
Oh, but
it's
if the ward die result is 8, the ward's power adds after it reduces damage assert. Okay. So
yeah.
it's gone.
Okay. Incredible.
Oh, you
Fantastic.
popped my IV bag.
Yeah, it's like spluttering out. You're just like stabbing to take it. Yeah. Some of the fluid, incredible. Now that is going to go to your minor damage. You can either mark 1 health, or you could expend an armor slot to reduce it to no health taken.
I'll just take the health as I hit my head on a beautiful banister of my house.
Incredible. All right, fantastic. And this is the creature that I have at my disposal at this point. So I am now out of adversaries to activate. So go ahead, whoever wants to go. I know that, I don't know, Zane, that you've done very much in the combat just yet if you'd like to get in there.
No, I've just got my shit rocked. All right, I'm on the stairs. Is it like on top of me, or are we just tumbling down? What's the
I would
vibe?
say that he has kind of slammed into the banister, kind of overlooking what is your entryway at this point. You are there on the step, so at this point, he is kind of looming over you, but just by like 2 feet. It's very,
Okay.
very minor.
Okay, I don't think anyone sees this because I'm outside of my beautiful closet. I'm on my back, kind of like upside down because my feet are higher than my head, but
Yeah.
it's a perfect view for this scary demon thing. I'm gonna use my spell Unleash Chaos, um, where I have 3 tokens because of my spellcasting trait. It's a +3.
Yes.
I get to make a spellcasting roll against a target within far range and spend a number of tokens to channel raw energy from within myself.
Mhm.
So I roll my dice here.
Yes, absolutely. Spellcast roll
Oh,
and make sure you're adding your spell trait to it, which is going to be your highest one. I think in
yeah.
your case, it'll be your
Um,
instinct, maybe? Presence?
yes. So
Yeah.
that is that's no good. Okay, it is hope, but it's a 6, and then
Now, I think we have a reroll at our disposal, right, Jess?
We have many a reroll.
Shh.
Mm.
Would you like to
oh,
spend a reroll?
okay, so I could re-roll both of them or just one die.
Both. Oh, always both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole action
Okay.
economy or roll
Yeah,
is
let's
it. Yeah.
see. Okay, that's better, but it is fear. That's a 14 with fear.
Okay. Okay. Now a 14 before or after your addition of your +3 on instinct.
Oh, that is before, so it's a 17
Fantastic. With fear. Okay.
with
All
fear.
right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and collect the fear token at this point, but that is a success. It's a mixed success, success with fear.
Okay.
So go ahead and your spell is going to work.
Okay. Well,
Let's
I guess
unleash
I'll spend 2 of my 3 tokens to roll 2d10.
Great.
Okay. Here you go. Ooh, that's a 6 and an 8, so that's 14. Um, let's see. If I can I do this? Can I do manipulate magic as a sorcerer? I'm of primal origin.
Uh-huh.
I can double a damage die of my choice.
Yes, you can by marking a stress. You
So
can do
marking a
that.
stress.
Absolutely.
So I'll mark a stress and then so double the 8, so that's 16, 22 magic damage.
Fantastic. Incredible. Yes. All right. That is a big hit. You tell me what this looks like as you're doing this.
All right. So covered in my own IV liquid, just
Mhm.
drenched, laid on my beautiful steps. Um, um, Zaid just looks up. He goes, "Ugh, my parents told me not to do this in the house, but I guess I have to." And I think he reaches out a hand,
Mhm.
and nobody sees this, but as he reaches out the hand and points at this specter, um, we see just a glob of skin on his arm just slough off onto the ground, revealing just like a pitch white bone underneath, just muscles and sinew connecting his forearm, and just black necrotic energy shoots out.
Horrifying. I love it. Thank you. Incredible. This is going to hit this creature square in the chest. And as it is doing that, it is going to reel back. I'm going to have it drop its sight as part of that. That was a big hit on this creature. Okay. All right. However, with this guy, because of he has a specific reaction, bloody reprisal. When he marks 2 or more health within the very close range, he's going to be able to make an attack against you. So I'm going to go ahead and have another attack against you as he is going to try coming over. No, he's not a live jumping individual. He's just going to try to rush through this banister. Ooh, but on an 8 plus his 2 is a 10.
And
Does a 10 bypass your evasion?
I do a backwards roll down the stairs and continue
So
my tumble.
you all in the other room are hearing a massive crunching sound as that creature is landing down on the staircase and kind of lumbering up to its feet, standing there. Well done. Incredible. All right. Uh, at this point, guys, it's your turn. Anybody who wants to jump in from this side? I think Juliet hasn't gone since the very beginning with your crossbow.
Yeah, Juliet's on the floor.
Oh no!
Like, well, because she got knocked over, so
Yeah.
she's just like been on the floor in the dark. If anyone were to see her, she looks like she's panicked. She looks like she's cradling herself, being like whimpering. What she's actually doing is trying to hold down like being mad and like raging out and whatever. So she's like talking to herself, trying to like self-soothe, so that she doesn't let out the thing that terrifies her. So she sort of like does that, and then she gets up and she goes to the closet balcony to look down. And we'll once again like, okay, we don't need weapons. We don't need the other stuff. We just use weapons. And she'll pull out the crossbow again and try and aim in the like head of this thing that tried to
Ooh,
attack.
very
Zane.
incredible. I love that. All right. So you're going to, and now just to be clear, you're shooting it with your crossbow again. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So to do that, you're going to go ahead and make your attack roll just like you did before. Remember, you can always use hope to add an experience if you want. Your instinct is what you're adding to this. So it's going to be first roll your 2d12. Remember your
Okay.
hope and fear. Roll those. And then add
Okay.
2. And then also if you're adding an experience.
Ooh, okay. That is, I can do quick math. 17 plus 2, 19.
Fantastic. With hope or with
Uh,
fear?
With hope.
Oh, very good.
And do I add the +1 agility from my short bow?
Nope. It's always going to be it tend to be your highest, so it would be your instinct on your page. Yeah, 100%.
Right. Okay, cool.
So
So 19 with hope.
incredible. So go ahead and mark the hope back on your sheet, and 19 is absolutely going to hit. So now we're going to move on to rolling your damage, and that is going to be let me go ahead and refresh your page.
The 2d6 plus 3 of the short bow.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah, I needed to refresh your page to make sure that I could see your weapon there. Great.
It's all good. That is going to be 12. 12 points of damage.
Fantastic. Okay, great. So 12 points of damage to that guy. Good job. All right. And I think that at this point, I want to go ahead and jump in. So I'm going to go ahead and have him make his I need to have him attack more. So you are standing there outside of the room now with that. I think that he's going to retaliate against you. He's kind of this mindless giant creature. So at this point,
I'm up on the balcony looking down at. This is the same one that attacked.
Yeah, it's just that huge one. Absolutely. And he fortunately has dropped his scythe, but I am going to have him try to reach up and swipe his massive forearm through the banister and at you. All right. So let me go ahead and roll and see what we get here. All right. Okay. That is a dirty 20 to hit. 5 passes evasion, I assume.
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic. So that is going to move to my damage. That is 21, which
severe.
Fantastic. I can see that you updated that we have much better thresholds at this point too. But severe. So are you going to mark 3 more hit points, or are you going to expend an armor slot to drop that to 2?
I'll extend. I'll expend.
How close am I to Juliet?
I would say that you are probably you're within close range.
Not very close range?
You know what? We're having a fun time. I'm going to say it's very close range for the funsies.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, I know what you're doing. Yes.
I think I know Juliet well enough to know if she would allow me to like stand in the way of her getting attacked. AJ, can you tell me if she would not like that, or if she would be okay with it.
Oh gosh. I think I think she would be fine with it, but her pride would be like affected. It's sort of like she would internally, she's gonna despise it, but she would want it, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so I'm going to use my I Am Your Shield ability. So when an ally within very close range would take damage, I can mark a stress to stand in the way and make myself the target of the attack instead.
So good. Incredible. We love to see a gardening. All right. So that was a, I think a dirty 20 to hit and then a 17 plus, what was it? 17. And hilariously, 10 plus 7 plus 3 is also a dirty 20 of damage. I don't know how that happened, but it is incredible. All right. Fantastic. So 20 points of damage. What threshold does that fall in for you, Chadley?
So my severe damage is 16.
So that would be 3. However, I do think for a guardian, you probably always...
When I take damage, I can mark any number of armor slots.
Yes, you can, which is very exciting. So you can really do what you'd like here. Whatever you'd like to do, you can reduce it by all the way down. You can take the 3 health. You're specifically built to take damage.
I think I am going to take my 3 armor slots.
Fantastic. Incredible. So go ahead and do those. And this means you're taking no damage. So what does this look like, Chadley, as you're jumping in front and then somehow getting out unseen?
I think I yell out, Juliet, and we make eye contact. I give her a nod, knowing that she both wants this and does not want this, and kind of just do a little maneuver. We've known each other for a long time. I'm sure that we've choreographed dances before at slumber parties. And so we do one of those moves. And while I'm moving her out of the way, I'm also looking over my shoulder to make sure that I'm not taking too much damage, just minor flesh wounds from the monster.
Fantastic. Incredible. All right, great. Well done. And at this point, guys, play is going to return to you guys. Whoever wants to do it. He's looking pretty rough. As rough as you can tell a weird creature to look.
If I may, I would like to kind of run to this area, and from one of the pockets of my overalls, black matching all of the cat stuff, I take a glow stick, like a tiny little glow stick, and I crack it open, but I break it in half so the goo is on my fingers. And I smear it. I draw a little sigil on my palm, and I in the direction of this creature, and I'm going to make a spellcast roll against all adversaries within close range to cast the spell Conjure Swarm with Fireflies.
So good. I love Conjure Swarm. So our spellcast roll, are you confident with how to do that at this point?
Yes, so I'm rolling my 2d12. I'm adding +2 for instinct for spellcasting, and that is 15 plus 2 is 17.
17 is absolutely going to hit. So now it's time to do damage, and fortunately, Fireflies is a big fun one.
Yeah, I do believe I need to spend a hope.
You do. You do need to spend the hope to deal the damage in this case.
And
absolutely.
then that's 4, 2, 3. That's 9 points of firefly damage. You would not believe your eyes.
Oh, so good.
I was
Very
waiting for
good.
it.
It would not be incredible. I think the timeline's just about right too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be playing
think
somewhere in the distance.
I think Fireflies came out around 2009.
Yeah, let's get a fact check on that.
2009.
yeah.
That is correct.
Anybody got access to a Google?
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit that out, Ames. If
In post? Yeah.
I actually think, just like Lit, if you keep saying it, Somebody's
so
gonna make
true.
a song about it.
Yeah, I'll look it up
Also-
on my BlackBerry in a few.
We're in a
That's
That-
fantasy
actually
world too.
Sid's
That'll
first
cost-
future
that'll-
song they write.
It's gonna cost like $1 looking it up on your BlackBerry.
Yeah, as far as I was convinced in
Are you kidding me?
2005,
That's
it
gonna
cost $1
cost,
million.
Like $500. Yeah, I'm like, that's $500 and
You're-
no less.
There's something you could text that would like give you answers to things.
Cha-Cha?
Cha-cha.
Oh yeah.
Cha-cha.
Oh, me and Cha-Cha go way
Yeah,
back.
cha-cha that.
Cha-cha. Incredible. All right, I really want to do some more. I want to be scary before the end of this fight. I'm gonna go ahead. Because yours was with hope, right? I think that we said it
Correct.
was with hope and everything, which means that I have to
Oh,
spend
my-
fear to jump in.
Does it matter if my bigger die was my fear die?
Oh, thank goodness. All right,
Oh,
fantastic.
no.
Thank
Sorry,
you
I
so
spent
much.
a hope to do it. That's yeah.
Incredible. That was what we were looking for, was that fear token that I get to take, and now I am jumping in with the
welcome.
creatures. I love it. Thank you so much for doing this for me. And
I
again,
try.
I think in this case, however, I would like to go ahead and have him continue to fight Chadley at this point, who he's kind of identified as the biggest threat here, having come in with all of this danger. So let me go
Yeah, and
ahead
just
and
to be
No
clear,
threat here.
I
I'm
was-
just so chill.
yeah, so nice.
I was in
Yeah.
close range, but I was not getting close up. I'm more than happy to let Chadley take all the hits for me.
Fantastic. That's very good, because I will show it on the screen. I'm rolling my Daggerheart die, and I did
Wow.
roll a natural 20 on that. And as the
Oh.
GM, that's a critical hit for me. So as this creature, I am going to have with a critical. Let me go ahead and roll out that damage. Oh my god, I got the highest on that. 12, 31 points of physical damage to you, which is in your severe threshold. Now, we're not
Ooh.
playing with these rules, but fun fact for those of you at home, if you ever want to add the optional massive damage, you can do more fun stuff with that. But I'm severe, and I think you're maxed out on your armor slots, right?
I sure am.
Okay, so we're going to be taking 3 health points from that. All right, and I think given that the nature of this, what I'm going to have happen with this is that after having reached through, taking out this banister and reaching through, trying to grab first at Juliet, you moving in, he is going to press himself to that, grab at your shirt, and is actually going to pull you down the stairs and fling you down, you tumbling ass over tea kettle down these stairs, which is the nature. And you all now are looking as this creature is turning and looking to make a roll forward to try to finish the job. But again, that's all I can do right now, but somebody's going to have to deal with this. It is a good time to let people know if you ever happen to have 3 hope, just one of you has 3 hope, you can always activate a tag team roll where 2 of you can join forces to make a superpower hit. Now, again, that
we
may
can
come into play
Voltron?
later. Yes, literally, it's Chrono Trigger or any RPG. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a very fun time. But guys, there is no initiative. Who is acting in this moment?
I
Jared,
think
you
Sid
got-
is going to get some duct tape if she knows that there is some in the maid's closet, as said in chat. So that'll happen while whoever's doing whatever next move type of situation.
If you want to do something with that, there's been a lot going on in the background. I'm okay with the narrative of you having run to the maid's closet and are on the other side of kind of this balcony area with it. Is there anything you want to
Hell
do?
yeah. So is it is it a new roll of duct tape? Is there like a good amount still left to it?
Oh, it's like one of those homes that has like
Multiple
way
rolls.
too
Oh my gosh.
way too much stocked.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 like new 3-packs. There's like it's as much duct tape as you need.
If somebody uses
Okay,
like a bit of it, they buy a new roll.
You got to.
Yeah.
is on
I
sale. Got a
would
coupon.
like to kind of reverse lasso situation, go up to the banister and throw the heavy end holding like the stickier side, maybe tying it onto a banister or something, or just whatever might be most efficient. And I would like to just chuck this roll of duct tape at this specter's head, hoping to maybe get it at an angle where it could wrap around.
Oh
I
my God.
recognize I don't have lasso with duct tape as a feature. However, I do have duct tape. So,
And again, guys, one of the things I love about Daggerheart is it doesn't want to punish you for making fun, creative things happen. So I'll let you make this as your weapon attack. Now, I do think in this case, I'm going to make it a finesse check instead of a presence check. That's still a +2 for you, so pretty good.
Yeah.
And remember, if you want to use a hope to add an experience, I see duct tape in there.
Yeah, it is. I would like to do that.
Yeah, theater kid, guys. This is crew. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, great.
Okay, so does that mean... Okay, so do I press advantage on my little rolling sheet, or do I... or no, just add a hope, which is the D6.
No. So you're going to mark off a hope, and the duct tape is going to be an additional +2. So your finesse and your duct tape comes to +4 total. Roll and add +4.
That is an 11 on the die, 5 hope for fear, so then +2 will be a 13.
Okay, all right. Unfortunately, that is just going to be below the difficulty in this case. Now, was it with hope?
Can I
or
use
was
a
it with
reroll?
fear?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
I want to knock this thing out with duct tape because I have a vision.
It's really important. Yeah.
It's really important now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go press that button.
I think honestly, also for the reroll, I would like to give you advantage on it, just because you're using duct tape with the experience of duct tape. So add a D6 to your total roll when you make it.
Okay, so that is a 20 total, but with fear.
Ooh.
Without anything added to it. You said a D6 to the... Okay.
Yeah.
So 20. Okay, let me just roll D6. Where is my dice tray? 3.
Fantastic. So 23 total is certainly going to hit. It's time to go ahead and do your damage. So go ahead and do your weapon damage for this. So we're going to have 2d8 plus 3. And technically plus another 2 because you have dagger stuff on you. So there's stuff that gives you advantages. So plus 5 total.
Okay, so 9.
9 total points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kill this guy? Explain to me the duct tape moment of it all.
It very comically, gets right square in the forehead, and because of that hit, just exactly where it hits, it will ricochet off and then just start wrapping around its throat just continuously until the end of the roll. And just very comical type of noises with the... I can't do it with my mouth, but the very loud untaping of the duct tape roll. It is the loudest ever.
As it's doing it also, it is reaching up and trying to claw as the duct tape is continuing to spin around. So it is wrapping its arms around, and soon it is becoming very similar to Zane, engulfed, just a mummy of duct tape that then is going to take a step backwards on these stairs and immediately trip, tumbling to one side and then careening over the banister down in the center of Zane, your entryway.
Right on the chess table.
I can fix it with more duct tape.
Oh. It's fine.
And I think that's probably a good place for us to take our break.
All right, my friends, you heard our Dagger Master. We're going to go, we're going to drink some water, we're going to eat some food, we're going to do a shrimp check. And while we do these things to take care of ourselves, you should also do these things. But you should do them after you check out the Tiltify and consider donating to medical aid for Palestinians. But my friends, we will be back in 5 short minutes. So remember, you should come back with us. Bye bye. Hello and welcome back, my friends. We are raising funds for medical aid for Palestinians, and we're also kind of getting our butts kicked right now. Well, maybe not necessarily. I feel like at the beginning we were, but not anymore. We are playing Daggerheart and raising funds for MAP, an incredible organization who provides essential medical services in the West Bank, Gaza, and Lebanon. MAC delivers incredible health and medical care to those most affected by conflict, occupation, and displacement, advocating for the rights to health and dignity of Palestinians. Whether you're in our Twitch or YouTube chat, you'll see that there is a Tiltify link where every dollar donated goes straight to medical aid for Palestinians. And there are some really fun ways where you can affect our game while you're donating. I think the one that we need the most is rerolls. That's just $10, and it goes really, really far for 5 people on the screen. Rachel, she doesn't need them. She's rolling really well without them.
Yeah, we're
Um,
fine.
I'll also say that we have a couple others. At $25, you can give us hope or the Dagger Master of Fear. Again, I don't think that she needs them. For $35, you can choose a player to roll an immediate reaction roll. For $50, you can name the next NPC. Someone has named an NPC, but we haven't had any named NPCs because we've been in combat, so that is coming, don't you worry. For $100 or more, you can have 2 players perform a tag team action roll. And for $250 or more, you can gift us any weapon available on Demiplane for our final combat. And honestly, it sounds like we might need it, but who knows? We already met our matching gift of the evening. We've raised over $200. Thank you so much for helping us do that, y'all. And everyone who donates gets entered into a drawing to win a free t-shirt from Session Zero Clothing. They do really cool D&D and TTRPG related shirts. With that being said, I'm going to give it back to Rachel to do a quick recap before we keep it moving.
Sure. All right. So this group of weirdos, I'll call you, the interesting people in Briarvale. One of your friends has gone missing, Alex. And those of you here on Halloween have all come to hang out at your Richie Rich's friend's house, Zane, when things started going awry. Our good friend Iliad on AIM, because again, it's 2006, we were all there, on AIM started being messaged by something asking to be let out before the electricity flickered once, twice, and then went out completely. At which point you were beset upon by combatants, a very large creature there with a scythe, and a smaller made soon fearful by just a round of ass kicking, jumping out of a window, impaling itself and becoming smoke. Having taken this combat out onto the balcony of the interior of the house and through some really sticky maneuvers from our ghost friend with some duct tape, effectively beheading to a certain extent this creature who tumbled down the stairs and then over the staircase itself into that central entryway immediately on top of Zane, your family's antique chess set. Unfortunately, the chess table that sits there, and we'll replace it. It's fine, Rich. And as some of you are all rushing out, having exited the combat, some of you are there hoping to have not been crushed as the creature was tumbling down the stairs, Zane. Some of you are probably peering over the balcony ledge and seeing this creature that has landed there with a huge booming sound in the center of this entryway. All of you watch as it slowly sinks and a black mist spreads across the floor before exiting out of the entryway. And there where it was, Zane being the closest, you see a small square of black.
in the air or on the ground?
On the ground. It's still a little ways off from where you are right now, so it's hard to make out completely. And as you're peering, all of the lights actually flood back on. You can all hear the immediate sounds of electricity inside of the house. The history of dance starts playing in a loaded YouTube video back in the bedroom. So you're hearing you shake my legs, and you know, just as that starts going off in your house. And you can all see that black square rectangular item there in the entryway.
I hate Halloween.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm okay.
Sid just goes back to normal form and out of spirit form. She seems fine. She's very proud of herself.
You guys see Zane rushes over to where he cast that spell on the stairs, and you guys see that what you wouldn't know that it was like his flesh, but it begins melting into the stairs itself. And with all the damage that's happened in the house, Zane rushes over and goes, "Oh no! Oh, my dad's gonna kill me!" It's like taking like the toilet paper that's on him and it's trying to like scoop up some of this gunk. It's like, "Oh no! Oh!"
I just grab another duct tape roll from the maid's closet and bring it to Zane, hoping that it might help.
Saying, buddy, guy, it's totally fine. Like, it's nothing that your jar of pennies can't pay for, man. It's fine.
That's I can't. That's why I can't do magic in the house. It's.
Can you do arts and crafts in the house?
Yeah.
Duct tape noise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's just duct tape over it, and maybe they'll think that it wasn't me, and we
Who
all
would
get
they be to stifle our creativity?
Right.
You know?
Right. And then
We are the future, and our minds must not be.
You're trailing off. Keep going.
Yeah, I was hoping the words would start coming out of my mouth rather than into my brain, and the brain wouldn't have to provide the words. But alas, here we are. Now there's just a lot of words, and none of them are of substance.
Speaking of words, what about the like "get out" that we were reading on like the AIM? That was kind of weird,
it said
right?
"let me out,"
and
Let
that
me out.
happened before the power went out. Just as a clarifying question, right? Okay, because if it went out, if that happened after, I'd be like, well. The good news is there's fuckery afoot.
Whereas now everything is normal.
Everything's normal. It's fine.
Things are good as long as my parents don't see the spot on the stairs. We're fine.
I would say it's at this point, as you say it's fine, that you see out of the periphery that black spot has begun spreading. And not actually the black square, but there is a viscous red fluid that is spreading from under it that looks like blood.
Guys.
Yeah, what's up, Juliet?
The square is leaking blood.
Oh, we're fine as long as they don't see the stairs. I'm like using the duct tape.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna go and collect some of the blood in a vial.
Ooh, great. Fantastic. You do. Yeah. It looks exactly like blood. Yeah. It moves like it. Yeah.
Just a little. What if I do a little
irony?
Don't eat the blood.
I'm not eating it. I'm tasting it.
Yeah.
And I'm confirming that it is in fact blood.
Yeah. The only thing weird about it is that as it's there in the vial and you're kind of tasting it, and it's slowly beginning to expand up the vial and then is beginning to gush over it onto your hand.
Ooh.
And then more onto you. And again, that puddle seems to be getting larger.
Okay.
What's going on with the black square? Can I look at the black square? Is it like a letter?
Yeah. It absolutely is. Yeah. From if you kind of go down the steps a little bit, you actually can see it almost demanding to be paid attention to. That it is a black letter with, even from this distance, you can see a small red circle in the center that from this distance you would have seen from like old movies and stuff as a wax seal. As the blood is reaching that final step now, and any attempts to get into it, you'll be stepping into the blood.
Look, it's already on all over my hand. I can just go for it.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
And are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my big boots on.
Yeah. Depending on who had done this, I might have had them make a reaction roll to see if it stressed him out. I don't think Ames is particularly stressed about this.
Nah.
So in your boots, you kind of splash into it. And as soon as you lean down and grab the letter, all of the blood immediately back to where it had started, except for the blood that you had stoppered in the vial, which is kind of stretching against it if you were to open it up. But all of the rest of the blood is gone. And at that point, as you go to lift it, it kind of flutters out of your hand and begins unfurling into a trifold, falling back onto the ground. And at
Fun
this
stuff
point,
never happens in the mortal planes.
And at this point, you all hear a voice. Sorry, I have to clear my sinuses for a moment. Trick or treat, weirdos. If you're hearing this, congratulations. The invitation didn't kill you. Small victories, right? On behalf of the Arcanum Obscura, I, Koigel Blackthorn, Student Council President and Salutatorian of the graduating class of 2007, formally invite you to our Samhain celebration tonight. Look, we normally would extend the invite to a few mortals of Briarville High as tradition for amusement, but this year we didn't have to, thanks to you. I don't know what sad state of affairs kept you away from the Arcanum for this long, but c'est la vie. Oh, and thank Alex. He twisted enough fingers behind the scenes to get you on the list. I still can't figure out why he cares. Maybe he dotes on underdogs, or maybe he's got his own games. Anyway, show up or don't. But if you do, you might get more answers than you bargained for. Hope to see you under the moonlight. Or not, whatever. I'm including transport. Kiss this. And as that last little sound happens, the letter actually begins to catch flame at the sides of it, and a puff of smoke, and then a clattering sound as a piece of chalk, a black piece of chalk, rolls and hits your toe.
Do you guys think the chalk is like the transportation? Is this like Chalk Zone?
I was just gonna say, I think this is like Chalk Zone.
Sick.
Is no one else freaking out about the fact that Alex is involved?
I was, and I got distracted by the thought of Chalk Zone.
Please, Chadley, go ahead and mark a hope just for the Chalk Zone reference. I love it. That's a great way of rewarding your players in these. Yes, fantastic. Keep going.
Koigel's so cool. That's what I'm worried about. Why are we getting invited to such a cool girls' party?
And like, when was Alex inviting, like twisting the? Because he's been gone for a minute, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize Alex had like
Friends?
Yeah.
Besides us?
Yeah.
Well, he's like friends with the whole school.
Yeah.
So like
That's a
not
whole nother
actually.
school.
Like being friendly and being friends, kind of two different things.
Where did he get the time?
What if he's like dating her?
Oh, I
that
mean
a-
that would be.
I think Sid
that'd be
just
good
starts
for Alex.
laughing.
Yeah, Alex. That's batting 1,000 for Alex if he's dating Koigel.
well, you know,
I feel
like
bad for him. She's insufferable, but
you guys,
I'll
he and I are
definitely go
like
to her
neighbors,
party.
and I've never seen her over at his house. Like,
Have you seen him leave the house to potentially go to her house, though?
oh yeah, he was sneaking out. Actually, now that you
Well, he
mention
doesn't
it,
do that. He's saving himself for marriage.
oh, he sneaks out all the time, Juliet.
Yeah,
I saw him sneak out like the 2 days before he went missing.
Saving
actually.
what for marriage?
All physical contact.
More laughter.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Are we going to this party?
Yeah. You seem really excited about the chalk. Do you want to do the honors? Maybe not in the middle of the entryway? You, Mr. Chalk Zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I draw the shittiest little door, but it has a really ornate doorknob. And I think that the doorknob comes to life a little bit, and I twist it, and I like gently pull it open, and I say, "After you guys."
Fantastic. And
There's like
as
no trace of this letter that was there, right?
it's
Okay.
all
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
If the blood starts squirming, I just say, "Hey, you live here now," and I put it in my
Ooh.
pocket.
I would like you to make a presence check on that. Give me a presence check on that one.
Not good.
What? You're telling me the weird witch doesn't have good presence? Crazy.
No, I'm wondering if I have a resource I can spend. Nah. Okay, that was a 9.
Ugh, a 9. Okay. I am going to say that as part of that, the blood is actually going to continue battering against it even more forcefully. You again are fine, but
Yeah.
I would like our good friend Juliet to mark a stress as part of as you're watching blood
Well, I
try
wonder
to
why.
escape a vial.
Yeah. Do I worry about it being hope or fear when I fail?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I need to be better at checking in on that. Was it hope or was it fear in that case?
It was my hope that was the higher number.
Fantastic. So mark a hope for yourself, which is great. And again, that's a mixed success, so a failure with hope. So I would say that the hope in this case, kind of evolving our story just a bit, is that I know you as kind of a semi-famous potion maker online in certain circles,
Yeah.
Whatever this
We need to know
is,
now.
fascinating for your small business. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just, yeah,
Oh yeah.
incredible.
I'm gonna sell the shit out of this.
So as this door is opening, by the way, with Chadley stepping aside, as Chadley had said, stepping back after you, all of you would have begun hearing.
Before we go in, I would like to use my rally feature and give an inspirational type of speech. I am blanking on what was like super popular Halloween 2006, but it's definitely a pop culture reference with like a lot of really, really bad puns that Sid thinks are really funny. And she's like,
Please be SpongeBob.
Did
fill in the blank here.
Did you guys see did you guys see the SpongeBob Halloween episode? Cranked. It cranked.
Yeah.
You see what Patrick?
Anyway.
As part of that rally, what that gives you all is a D6. Take a D6 and like put it near your stuff. It can be used for almost anything. Rally in this game is incredibly strong. You can
I have
use
a
it on
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Would I be able to use it to detract from an enemy's roll?
I don't think technically speaking, but if everybody's comfortable with it here, I would let you for the purposes of a fun one shot. You know what I mean? So that's homebrew, baby, but we're using void materials tonight, so it's fine. Okay, great. So the oops is steadily cranking out of this doorway. and there is kind of a purple glow that is filtering in, and actually more smoke. Just light at this point, but someone definitely has a fog machine or something mystical mimicking one beyond this threshold.
I'm gonna tuck the bunny ears that I have into the backpack just in case no one else at this party is wearing a Halloween costume. I don't want to be uncool.
And in the exact opposite energy, I am going to mark a stress to magically glamour myself in a facade.
Oh yeah.
And I think Iliad is going to just do a like green witch Elphaba, like just laying it on thick
As
with
we
the pointy
established,
hat.
Wicked has been out for a solid year or two.
Wicked has been out for a solid year or two. Iliad listened to it and felt a lot of emotions that they're only beginning to unpack.
So good.
And
I imagine that that's our character's bond. We just talk about Wicked.
Yeah.
Theater kids.
Yeah, because Iliad's not really interested. It's like, I don't like musicals, and then listen to one musical soundtrack, made it
And it was
their
like, yes,
entire
right.
personality, and is like, I'm not gonna listen to any others because I don't like musicals, but I do like this one thing, and I'm not gonna explore anything else. And then I also am going to turn my little staff into a broomstick.
So good.
Aww.
Incredible. I love it.
Zane grabs a piece of the banister, slings it over the shoulder, and walks on in.
Incredible.
While I was in the duct tape closet, can I have grabbed the comfiest white sheet that they have in the house so that I have a superior bed sheet to be a ghost? But it's really cool because like you can make her like feet invisible, so she actually looks like she's floating. So it's like the world's shittiest ghost costume, but with the coolest effects.
Which is kind of the coolest version. Do you know what I mean? Like
she thinks so. She's biased.
Jess, something on your side?
Yeah, I think it's been a short enough time period that like I very recently marked a hit point, right? Because I would like to also mark a stress to enter my wolf form. I think my costume is just going to be hot rugby werewolf.
Great. Oh, so good.
Can we give you a crop top? Would you be willing? Because Sid definitely has a pocket knife if you're willing for suggestions.
I think that Coach wouldn't be too mad at me because I have a lot of kits. So like we can turn this rugby into a rugby crop top. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm allergic to your fur.
So good.
I mean, Juliet, like this is gonna happen to you too sometime really soon.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen to me.
I mean, I didn't want it to happen to me for a really long time either, but like this is like technically my second time wolfing out, and it's kind of cool.
Why didn't you tell me?
I mean, I thought like after my mom was like, "Oh my God, Chadley, like this is so cool." I did tell you eventually. It just it wasn't immediate because my moms were like, you know how they get.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen to you too, and I think I like crouch down. So I think I go from like 6 foot to like 7 foot. Like there's got to be like some, and I think the chest goes from like this wide to like that wide. And I think I like crouch down and like give you the like, do you want a hug look?
Yeah.
And I do. I give you a nice little hug, and I think I like kiss the very top of your head too. And I whisper in your ear, yeah, he's definitely not dating that girl.
Okay.
Hey, Juliet, sidebar, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, we're going to the cool girls party. I'm gonna need you to freaking shape up, because we're never gonna get invited back, okay? Even if Alex is dating the cool girl, which he probably is.
Definitely not.
What's an anti-pep talk?
We're gonna Right, we're gonna have to.
The way I'm tempted to keep making Juliet Marks dress is crazy. I'm just like, there's a fear. There's a fear.
We're gonna have to get good quick because the door's open. They know we're here, right? All right.
Okay, and just to clarify, what does it mean to be cool? Like, how am I shaping up? Because I could do it. I could be cool. I just need to know
You already are.
how.
Yeah. Hey, Juliet, put
Yeah.
those bunny ears back on. That's the
Okay.
best costume I have seen tonight. And we just saw literal demons come out of my closet. And they got nothing on those bunny ears, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna slay. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Runs in.
You're like activating Chadley's like sport team right now,
Yeah.
and he's like getting in the chant with you. They're in it.
Yeah, and yeah, because I think Zane, whenever he's like able to go to one of your rugby games, like he's like the biggest Chimera fan there is. So that's like our little bond, like giving you like a high five after your rugby game. So yeah, let's go, let's go.
And you three here all watch as Zane and Chadley immediately start rushing through it like it is the tunnel at the football field. Do you understand what I'm saying? They are rushing through this doorway, although Chadley, you are having to really get down to get through this tunnel. And as you both emerge, you are there inside of an immense room that is part of the Arcanum Obscura itself, the very prestigious academy for the creatures that inhabit the town who were lucky enough or wealthy enough to attend. The ceiling soars above you, vaulted and ribbed, carved with gargoyles, bats, wolves, and swirling arcane sigils. You can hear that there are whispered incantations always in the background behind that beat that is going on as it is transitioning immediately into InSync's Dirty Pop. There are chandeliers of wrought iron that are in silver that are hanging low with dozens of real black candles, the flames that are flickering. And around the room, there are these pillars that are draped with fabrics. It is, for all intents and purposes, the biggest version of a human's prom. But when you are looking around, there are subtle differences. First, you do notice that as you come through the door and it shuts behind you, disappearing from view, there are other partygoers that take notice of you briefly, but because you are all in costume, no one immediately notices that you do not belong here, as they're all in costume as well.
I'm going to stop you right there. We do belong here. We literally got an invitation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%. Chadley coming in with this energy. And there is, in fact, there are lots of things going on. You can see that there is a banquet table in the center, but I think as you are entering out, and Chadley, you're smelling that, the first person that we see actually is, or the first people, is a group of people. And as they're passing, they look over to you, kind of do that head nod thing, and then you see that their nostrils kind of flare for a second, like they're picking up a scent. And they turn back to you. This is a group of 4 kind of more masculine presenting than otherwise, but they are led by a shorter person who has kind of shaved sides on both of their head and scars that are making up. They are wearing I think it's called a Canadian tuxedo. So we have a lot of denim that's going on, giving Justin Timberlake from that era. And there are scars that are kind of on portions of it. You can tell immediately by looking at this person, they work out
to a similar purpose as you. And as they kind of turn to you, you see that their eyes kind of light up. Hey, you're one of those werewolves from the other school, Briarvale High, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh my god. Wilhelmina, my friends call me Bill, and is going to go in for one of these guys if you're giving it.
You said they're short. How short?
About 5'3".
Okay.
Pretty short.
I will respectfully crouch down to give them one of those.
Incredible. And as you're doing that, they do pull you in close. It's like, why haven't we seen you around? I'm trying to get some people for the wrestling squad. Oh man, are you going to school? Are you going to college around here?
Yeah, wrestling used to be my thing, but I'm more of a rugby player now. But we could dabble. I'm sure that there's some fun foods and stuff that we can eat and stuff. But afterwards, when we're all done, let's go outside.
As this is happening, their kind of eyes are wavering and they're looking back, and you see the nostrils flare again.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and try to follow their eye line sight to see who they're trying to sniff out.
Juliet specifically.
Juliet,
do they look happy?
Juliet's on 2 stress. I think at this point, the words of Zane going through her mind of be cool, and rein this in, hit, and she goes, I could wrestle.
Oh, so good. Are you?
Yeah.
They're going to kind of looking at you, who has already established a connection, Chadley, and is gonna.
What are you looking at me for, dude? She said she could wrestle.
Whoa. Heard. Hey, if you want to wrestle, we could wrestle right now.
I'm going to look at Juliet, and I'm going to give her the I got your back, but also you're a tough lady.
The 3 behind are immediately getting amped and excited. They're kind of bending down a little bit, their shoulders getting a little bit more animalistic as they're looking. You can hear them looking at the excitement of this very pretty preppy girl here going to engage with their leader, and are kind of ooh. A few people on the fringes are actually kind of beginning to look over as well.
Juliet was raised in a wolf pack very aggressively by her family and her brothers. She knows that to make an impression with other wolves, you gotta go toe to toe, you gotta tango. But she has never wolfed out before. But today is that day. She looks directly at this leader. She's like, yeah, let's wrestle. Let's do it.
Incredible. I am so excited for this. So they are going, they are going to kind of step forward and is going to lower their gaze and reach out to you. And another one is stepping off to the side. This one is kind of a leaner athlete, and he is looking to the group and kind of eyes you and says, nothing at the face. Got senior pics in a week, okay? And they're going to step back, and I'm going to go ahead and have us do, as they're counting off with their arm in the center, on 1, 2, set. And I'm going to have us roll against each other for this. Now, the nature of this situation, because Daggerheart is asymmetric, okay? So it doesn't work as contested rolls specifically. So what we're going to do is you are going to effectively just make an attack roll. We're not really going to be dealing with damage, but you're trying to beat the difficulty. You can, as always, add your experiences to it. So you have raised in a pack. I see cheerleader there, which I could also see working for this.
Yeah, we got banned from that. Okay. So,
I'm going to be rolling a flat d20.
Okay. I would like to with all of the stuff we've just heard about Alex and this stress of like, is Alex dating another woman? And all of the things that Juliet knows and the secrets that she's holding, I'm gonna try and wolf out. So I'm gonna mark a stress. I'm gonna go into my wolf form for the first time, because I do feel like trying to be cool. We just got attacked. Alex might be dating a hot, cool person. I feel like this is the time. You know, puberty hits at the weirdest of points. And this might be it. So I'm gonna
For
wolf
shits
out.
and giggles, can I tell Juliet to break a leg? And whether they interpret that as literal or in the show form is
not a theater student.
Absolutely.
entirely up to them.
This is another way you can use hope, by the way. If you want to actually expend your hope with that, it'll
I would
give
love
an
to,
advantage
I would love to
die.
add. Yeah. I would love to.
Incredible, you guys. Fantastic. You are going to
Okay.
get so beefy. First time ever wolfing out. What does Juliet look like?
I think that strangely, it's definitely not the pristine, pretty version that you see in her humanoid form. It's more scruffy than ever, but because she is 5 foot, and she's really petite, the wolf version of her is also still like lean and small, and more of like a lithe wolf, but everything is like just so aggressive. It's like the manifestation of all the rage within this tiny little nerdish prude. It's like the opposite of that, but in petite wolf form.
So good. And
I love her.
Bill is also going to transform in this. Their shape specifically is kind of an auburn with streaks of, again, those scar tissue that are kind of interrupting the fur patterns. Fantastic. So you are going to add a D10 to everything, okay? So grab your D10. You're going to, we're going to make these as hope and fear rolls, okay? We're just going to do one. As you are both colliding into each other, go ahead and make your check. So we're going to roll your
Start with these
dice with your D10 in your hand and a D6 in your hand from your ghost friend. Critical.
Oh my god.
I don't know if this is good or bad, but I'm excited.
Okay. So my hope die is a 12.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Fear 8. I rolled a 10 on the D10.
30.
Oh,
And a 3 on the D6.
let's go.
Add to it.
Fantastic. Now, my other question. I did not roll very well over here. I rolled a 12. Your evasion is a 13, yes?
Correct. Yeah.
Which means
Oh.
you have bypassed theirs. They have not bypassed yours. Take your hope, and then you are going to succeed on this wrestling match. So over the course of, and wrestling matches are quick, this is going to be 15, 20-ish seconds of just two wolves lunging at each other, immediately rolling and snapping and yelping at each other. And at the end, you there come up on both paws, pushing back that first Bill, and down onto the ground, you see that Bill there kind of shows his tummy to you in a show of submission before turning back into a human and kind of dusting themselves off.
I feel like Juliet, because she is the lithe wolf, she like, you know when you try and like wrestle someone in a pool? I don't know if anyone else has done this, but you're like too slippery to like grab hold of. I feel like that was
Like
the
an otter.
whole skirmish. And then I think that she like rolled up on top of him and put her claws over his wrists. But when he turns back into human form, she then clocks, you're just straddling a guy in the middle of a party.
Oh,
And immediately like,
let's go.
And
Just,
also,
like, kind
it
of
is
freaks out.
also that when you're looking down, his eyes are so large, kind of just in a state of just awe. Like if anyone appreciates just brutal strength, it is certainly them. Bill is looking back at you like a puppy in this moment.
Alex, who? I mean, come on.
Come on, let's go.
Juliet will just like huff out a little bit. It's still in wolf form. Remove herself from the straddling situation.
Sure.
Get up to stand right next to Chadley and just be like, nice. And starts walking off into the party like, I need to be cool.
I don't
What's the
think
game?
that
I have a
Chadley
very-
lets you walk away. He gives you like the biggest hug, like, and kind of like swings you around like a rag doll. That was so awesome! Oh my god, you did it! You wolfed out, Juliet.
I have a very important question. Are you still wearing your bunny ears while in wolf form?
Yeah, that's the costume.
Perfection. Okay.
Oh my god! As you're all walking
The bunny
off, by
ears
the way,
went on in
What's the
wolf form.
crowd doing like in that? Like, is everyone watching? Did everyone watch that?
yes, certainly. And with that level of a success, I'm going to have several of them let out, oh, and then little whoops and sounds. The rest of your social checks that you make at this party are all made with advantage, everyone. Okay. Very well done. So,
Everyone?
knowing everyone, your group all walked
We're with
off.
Juliet.
Juliet. So Zane's pep
Let's go.
talk saying you need to be cool. Juliet has risen echelons of popularity in just a matter of 30 seconds as you're leaving and the crowd is all kind of circling up around the beaten bill. You do hear, call me, like as you are kind of vanishing into the distance. Now, keeping an eye on our time and everything, I want to make sure that we're progressing throughout the rest of the event. What your group is kind of finding more than anything else is that any differences you were kind of establishing in your own mind about the students who go to this school don't exist. These are just people of your age group. They are your peers, even if you do not converse with them on a frequent basis. And in fact, at a certain point, there is the Monster Mash comes on, and several, if not all of you, join in and dance along with the group. At some point, however, almost forgetting the reason you're here and always keeping eyes open, Sid, you would notice lurking at a corner of the room is a a humanoid whose entire costume seems to be just a mask with a twisted kind of smiley face on it in red ink. And you would immediately recognize this from something Alex had shown you recently.
Is it the locker thing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think Sid's going to slowly kind of make their way over. Is anyone like smoking in the house? Because like I know
Sure.
like indoor outdoor smoking was like kind of in between things at that time. So like
No.
if it's okay to smoke in the house, she's gonna go up and offer that masked person a cigarette.
Okay, incredible. As you're approaching, however, there are certainly people smoking, and that person you are noticing smoking too, but as you're approaching, they're going to toss their cigarette to the ground, snuff it out with their toe, and begin walking down a hallway, looking over their shoulder once at you, but then continuing and turning down the corner.
Oh man. This is where Jenna and Sid are about to fight. Because I both like Jenna wants to just follow and see what the consequences happen, and why not? Sid, I think, is smarter than Jenna. I think Sid is a little more intelligent. So she might try to get someone's attention, whoever that could or would be, by all means volunteer, and then give like a little head nod and then follow. So still going with the intrusive thought, but doing so somewhat safely, question mark.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Iliad doesn't really particularly want to talk to people and socialize, and has kind of just been looking around the party for weird things. So if you're looking for a buddy who likes to
You
make poor
definitely would have
decisions,
clocked like Sid's pierced eyebrow go up and raise, and then her head tilt a little bit, and then just the walk with purpose, and then the cigarette gets squashed underneath the foot, and then even more head cocking, like kind of like a dog that's trying to understand what's happening.
yeah, I'll follow that.
So this is as both of you are going down this hallway, leaving your friends back in that main room. As soon as you come around the corner, I assume that Sid is leading this charge. I would like you to make a strength reaction roll. So again, hope and fear are not going to matter in this case. Mm-hmm.
Strength? Are we sure? Are we positive? Okay, great.
It can't be worse than mine.
At advantage for this.
Yeah, I still have a -1. So
that's not great.
Okay, so that's a crit. 303 here.
Incredible. Oh, incredible. All right. So now, technically speaking, because this is a reaction roll, it's not necessarily going to be a full critical in terms of getting all of those attributes, but we're going to count it as a crit. Okay. So as part of this, what you felt is as you turned, a hand grabbing your shoulder and attempting to swing you around and slam you into the wall. But instead, you tell me what happens. It is the masked individual.
I think going based off that last encounter we had in the closet / balcony / just general whereabouts of the room, I think Sid's going to do something very, very similar, where she is using kind of that sheet to her advantage. I think she's not scrawny, but like kind of on the more light side, and like is using that to her advantage because it is so free flowing, and then just like sidesteps out of the way.
So good. Incredible. So as the reach comes and you slither out, moving around, he is actually going to, because of the way you shift, trip over his ankles and fall back onto his ass.
Doc Martin on the chest.
Oh, so good. And as a point, as he is landing and his head tilts back, the mask is going to slip as well. And you can recognize who this is. This is actually a kid who goes to school with you. This is Kyle.
Kyle.
Oh, it's fucking Kyle. Sorry. Kyle is kind of the AV kid at school. And as you are as he is looking up at you, his icy spiked blonde hair there, by the way, because he has not quite caught up to modern trends.
Yeah, he's still a little bit in 1999 to 2001.
Behind. He has kind of pockmarked skin, and he is looking up now and kind of looks over to Ames as well, to Iliad, and is there. Hey! I was just so you got my message?
Speak. What do you mean? Did you do that?
Did you brought your friends? Do what? The messages, the warnings. Yeah, it was me. I put them up for Alex.
Those were warnings? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No. What? No. Like the letters, there were capitals. And you just had to put them together. And then if you take that and you flip it over and turn it upside down, it would have told you. You guys aren't supposed to be here tonight.
Why didn't you just leave us a note or
he did. He was just very.
I am.
Was it you in the closet? No.
What is the closet? Whose closet? I haven't. not me. You know.
Okay.
What's going to happen tonight? What do we need to know? And I will not completely loosen the Doc Martin, but not have it fully firm.
Okay.
Maybe like 3/4 weight rather than full.
Okay. So this is the popular girl's house, Koigel. It's built on an old ceremonial, and I was looking at historical stuff, and you know, you guys are all weird.
Looks
But why?
up and down.
Hot and cold.
But Alex is weird too. And I don't think you guys ever even... He's like a demigod. Do you know that?
And I imagine that this was a conversation that Alex and Sid had in their many cut classes, going to the Arboretum to smoke really shittily rolled joints. And she laughed so hard when he said he thought he was a demigod, and she completely wrote it off. And now she's like,
yeah. So we're at every 100 years in Briarvale, they do this like thing, and they need a demigod, and that's...
where is he?
He's gonna kind of like look down, and then you are going to, as he's looking down, you are all going to hear the clocks in the entryway begin striking 12. And he's going to get really nervous as the house is going to start to shake.
Spirit form go through the ground to see what's underneath.
Incredible. All right. So as you're
if
going...
there's like a hand signal to be like, get everyone else, she'll do that.
When you spirit form down, we haven't done that many shenanigans together, but enough to know.
You know enough about like Alex and Sid's shenanigans to know her shenanigan face, and she definitely has it on her.
I've provided support with plausible deniability for a few shenanigans.
Fantastic. So go ahead on your side, Ames.
Okay. So here's
and let's collect our party members if we can, knowing what's happening.
Yeah. I'm basically just going to kind of run through the party as well as I can. I, due to my community, am accustomed to navigating, investigating, perceiving details in low light. So this is really great for me. And immediately finding an exit toward the basement.
Incredible. It is not difficult to do there at the entryway, as all of you have been collected by Iliad running through. You find that there is a doorway that goes down immediately into the basement. So now we're going to move back over, Sid, to you very briefly. As you are first going incorporeal and diving down through the floor, it is first a floor and a regular basement. You take a pause and then dip further down and are going through subfloor at this point. Not far, only 6-ish feet. And as you there emerge, you are at the top of a very tall chamber. This buried beneath the actual home of Koigel and her family. Here is a cavern that has been hollowed out, with pillars set in rows, all headed towards what has been established as effectively a giant wicker humanoid. That humanoid has its hands open, and in its hands you can see a creature there. But in the head, with a window looking out, you can see Alex. And as you're looking across, there are also figures.
Am I getting Wicker Man vibes? Because she's definitely a cult horror fan, just like Jenna is. And I'm like, I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah,
Ugh, that sounds
absolutely. And I would say at this point, also getting the rest of the gang in, you all have been racing down a spiraling stairwell. On one side, as you've been descending, you have seen every 4 to 6 feet a humanoid, and on the right side, opposing, a creature. A humanoid with 10 wings out from each side, like a biblical figure. And as you descend, each one is mirrored. You finally come out and are there standing at the head, or the foot rather, of this chamber, and again are seeing this giant wicker man. And as you are all entering, there is a figure that takes what is a raised platform that the Wicker Man stands on 20 to 30 feet up. The Wicker Man itself, the platform is about 4 feet up. And standing there, takes off her hood, and you all see the mayor of Briarvale, who is Koigel's mother. This is specifically Evelyn. You would know her as Evelyn Graves. And she, taking off her hood, begins, "My fellow citizens of Briarvale, students of the Arcanum Obscura, and honored guests, happy centennial. Today we stand once again at the threshold of the extraordinary. We gather not merely as observers of a tradition, but as stewards of a sacred turning. To the student who shall ascend, know that you carry our love, our hopes, our fears. You are not alone. Thank you for your gift and for your sacrifice."
Oh God, it's just
Making a
us. I
scene
shoot a-
immediately.
Yeah, I just shoot.
Immediately.
Incredible! This is
Immediately.
the group that I know and love. Fantastic. Shooting her, yes?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, all right.
It's
incredible.
just us here.
Also,
It's just-
Fantastic.
Make
can't
a
even
scene is
vote.
actually an ability. I would like to distract her.
Oh,
So
good.
they are minus
Fantastic.
2 penalty to any difficulty that they have.
Incredible. All right, so with that, Zane, you were going
Yeah.
ahead and shooting,
Oh,
right?
I'm just shooting by Unleash Chaos. I got one more token, or one more token I can
Fantastic.
spend.
Let's
uh,
go.
Okay. Oh man. Oh man, I hate politicians. All right. That's a 14. Oh, do I get it? A D6?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
rallying?
you have the rally.
rally,
guide.
right,
This is
okay.
no longer a social party one, but yeah.
That's the 6. Okay. So that's
Fantastic.
20 with hope.
20 with hope. So mark your hope that is a success. Go ahead and make the attack, or sorry, make the damage roll.
So that's just gonna be 1d10 now.
Mm-hmm.
6, and I might as well just use my manipulate magic to double that to 12.
Absolutely marking that stress for that moment. Incredible. Fantastic. So as you're making that 12, great. That is going to go ahead and hit that threshold. I love that. And that was with hope. So as you're doing that, the crowd all turn to face you. And you can all see that there is like nothing behind the eyes here of this crowd gathered. And as that hit takes, I'm going to say directly in the shoulder, she kind of looks up and is going to wipe her hair out of her face. Good. There the sacrifices are. And you guys can continue going. It is your turn. That was a roll of hope.
Can I, Alex is in the face of the Wicker Man. Does he look like he's there willingly?
You can see that he has his hands against the bar and actually is thrashing, but something is happening because his mouth is moving, but he cannot hear anything. But
Okay.
certainly does not seem to be willing.
Okay. Just from her speech being like, thank you for your... She didn't say sacrifice. He's ascending, but we're the sacrifices. Understood. I would like to... I don't know if I can do this. I am going to wolf howl to call Bill and his friends in as backup.
Make a
you
presence
wanted me to
check
call
for
him.
me.
Go.
Make a presence check for me. Okay, at advantage. At advantage.
Okay, and what is advantage?
So
for
D6.
me?
Add a D6.
Okay, understood.
Rachel, are these figures that are looking at us? Do they look hostile? Like, are they gonna, or are they
don't
just
look-
like?
They just look like they're responding to noise and almost
Okay,
nothing else.
Okay.
Zane, since you're asking that question, I'll let you know as you're scanning the faces, you're recognizing some of them. Some of them are your parents. All of your parents. All right.
I looked directly.
17, you said, with hope?
14 with hope.
14 with hope. Okay. So I had set the DC fairly low. I had only set it to 10 in this case because I think potentially Bill has been following you around a little bit, like at a distance, but like always
casual
like
way.
kind of checking.
Hey, look, he tell me to call him. I'm doing
Yeah,
that.
so that's
right
a
now.
success with hope. So mark your hope, and as you probably taking on that wolf form and everything. Certainly that is queuing up something in the background. In Daggerheart, we have a lot of what are called countdowns. So I'm going to go ahead and initiate one of those. Y'all are not far, so I'm going to have a countdown 3 in place. Okay, before people come in to help. I think, though, given what all is happening at this point, I'm going to go ahead and use a fear to go ahead and jump in. So at this point, as this is happening, I am going to have our first creature, the Mayor Evelyn Greaves, is going to look across the stage at another figure who takes down their hood, and it is a gorgeous student about your age. This is Koigel. And you are going to see the mayor nod to her, and she is going to go ahead and I would say that you are all pretty near to each other. So she is going to begin running towards your group. And as she gets within close range, she is going to go ahead and open her mouth in what is a beautiful song. I do have to spend an additional fear to do this. But at this point, I need instinct reaction rolls from everyone. Remember, if you want to use a hope to add an experience to this, you certainly can. Instinct reaction rolls. How we do it over here, Jen.
I kind of want to interrupt her. Because she would have to drown out every single noise besides my voice, and I'm going to out-sing that bitch.
Oh my god.
Which is the first time she's ever sang in her fucking life. She's the crew. She's not a theater actor.
Excuse me?
Good. Excuse me? Incredible. So the nature of Daggerheart usually is that an item resolves before it can be adjusted. However, I think this is very fun. So let's do this. You and I.
Oh my god, are we gonna dual scale? Let's go.
Yeah, 100%. I am going, let's both of us just roll d20s, no modifiers, anything like that, and we're gonna see where we get from it, okay?
Wait, I need my shiny d20. I'm
gonna put my fear token back just briefly for that.
I used my, while you're rolling, I used my survival training from, again, being left in the woods to survive. And I ended up rolling a 20 in total. So if this very hot girl gets close enough to me, I'm going to backslap her.
Oh my god, I
nudge
love that
Juliet
so
and say, "That's Koigel."
Yeah.
Let's take care of our ghost friend first. What did you roll on your d20, and did it beat a 2?
18.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
All right. I'm going to let you pop your thing off first. So how does that work specifically?
So make a spellcast roll against a target within close range. I'm obviously using my...
She's getting in close range for this.
Yeah, my ghastly whatever, or ghostly whatever. So they are temporarily enraptured, assuming that this works. While enraptured, the target's attention is fixed on me, narrowing their field of view and drowning out any sound besides my voice.
and allowing in that moment Juliet get off your bitch slap. You're not doing any damage as part of it, but you certainly are getting a whack in. Like, you know what? I'll let you do damage. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do I roll for that? Because I don't have.
Let's just go ahead and roll a d4 for this. This
D4,
will be
yeah, okay.
we'll make it minor, but again, it's gonna do
Yeah,
something
that's a 4.
fantastic,
Gosh,
incredible.
she angry.
All right, great. So as this, now I'm going to take back my turn and resolve some stuff since I had used fear to jump in. You are going to hear, if you want something done right. And at this point, is going to reach over to a brazier that is stood right next to it, grab a torch, and is going to fling it at the Wicker Man. As she does that and it begins to light very quickly. This has been set up to take flame. She is going to scream up to the top, now, now! And in part of that, I'm using a second fear to activate. Remember that in the head, there is Alex, who is there railing against the bars of this window. But in the palm, go ahead, question.
This was used with a torch, right? Brazier, normal
Torch,
fire, not magical.
absolutely. Wait, what? No, regular,
wasn't
not magical.
Great, awesome, incredible. While I'm singing, I would like to use my spirit form to go right in the face and withstand all fire damage because it is not magical. Because I am immune to all physical damage right now.
I love that so much. We're going to get to that after we resolve some of these other items. But
I just had that idea and I was like, I must say it immediately.
It is so good. I love it. Otherwise, you're going to forget it.
Forever
Absolutely.
Gone. Thank you.
So with that other fear, in the palms of the Wicker Man that is standing there, you see all of a sudden a figure stands. And this looks like a humanoid, but withered. And from its back, all of a sudden, flare 10 wings. And it is going to, this seems to be an ascended from a prior place. And this one is going to go ahead and use its stress to use its wings. So I'm going to go ahead and mark a stress there. And I now have to attack a target within far range. So I'm going to go ahead and choose. Let's see. I think I'm going to start with. You know what? I think that he might attack Zane.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my attack against you, Zane. Let me go ahead and roll my d20. That die is retired, given that that rolled a 2. That is pretty good. 15 plus 3. 18 to hit. Fantastic. So at this point, I have to spend another fear to allow myself to roll a d10. But I'm going to do that very briefly. If I can find my d10s. There we go. Okay, great. And this is going to activate number 6. Oh no. Which is, as one of these wings kind of lifts into the air, you see in one of the patches of feathers at the end, an eye that opens and looks to you. And directly in your space is making you focus on that and that alone briefly before you break. And as you go to move forward, it's almost like your legs are beginning to slow and solidify. I'm putting a petrification countdown in place, and we are going to go ahead and start moving that. So every time certain actions happen, this is going to count down. We have 2 different things in place. All right, fantastic. That is everything I'm doing for now. What do you guys want to do as I turn play back over to you?
I would like to pounce at the mayor. I'm in werewolf form still, and I just want to, pounce at her, claws out. Technically, they're my arcane gauntlets, but I feel like in my werewolf form, that's literally just my claws. As I pounce at her, I would like to become unstoppable. So I have my little D4 set to the side, and I have some fun little things that I can play with.
Fantastic. All right, so you're pouncing. Are we making an attack?
I would
Does
I
this
would
mean-
like to swipe at her to like knock her down off of her pedestal.
Let's go. Absolutely. Let's make the attack. So, are you comfortable with that mechanic at this point?
Yeah, and I'm gonna add in my D10 because of my wolf die.
Fantastic.
So this is 23 with
Ooh.
hope.
Ooh, wow, incredible. So go ahead and mark your hope. That is absolutely going to hit. And then roll out your damage.
All right, now it's 2d10 plus 2 and then plus 1. Oh, jeez, this is a lot. All right. Okay, so it's 12 plus 1 plus 2, so 15.
Ooh, 15. That is going to be a major hit on this creature. Fantastically done. All right, great. And I think you said that you also wanted to try to sweep the feet. I'm going to offer, if you are willing to take a stress, I'll let you put them on their back, restrain them, whatever you'd like.
You know, yeah, I'll do that. And actually, earlier you told me to mark a hope, but I actually don't get hope right now in my wolf form.
That's
Instead, I marked
true.
stress. So I'm 3 stress away from going into a frenzy.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Incredible. Okay. That was with hope. So play is still firmly on your side. What would you guys like to do?
I feel like someone's got to do something about this wing guy. You're going up to get Alex out of the thing, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. I want to do some things that aren't in the rules, if you will, let me.
I love doing things not in the rules.
So-
That's specifically what I'm built for.
Yeah, so a shape change is supposed to happen during a long rest with the once per long rest.
This is a
downtime
one
activity.
shot, baby.
It's
We're doing
shot.
like you
And I
would never be able to use that. Yeah.
And I would like to posit something that rather than changing shape into something else, perhaps Iliad had been shape changed this whole time.
Oh, fun. Oh, I love
So,
it.
The fairies are inherently insectoid.
Yes, they are.
And a lot of the fairies went to the very nice school. My family's kind of an outcast because we're not really insects. It's more like an arachnid situation. There's some rumors about us perhaps doing some unsavory things.
The blood.
The blood. And so I say that Iliad activates my shapeshift form, where I can gain ancestry features, and like you see their legs, like an abdomen of like a spider breaks out, and there's like the spider legs. Their eyes become multifold, and their little like insecty kind of little fang things become like full-on pinchers.
Oh, so good.
And I'm gonna run up to this guy and just encircle him in like webbing. Try and
Incredible.
rip it apart.
I love it. So let's go ahead. I think I'm going to offer this a similar kind of thing for what I did for Chadley up here, which is that you're going to have to get your attack off first to be able to do
Sure.
it. Okay. So go
Okay.
ahead and make an attack. You're going to use all of your standard stuff. You're going to roll the attack out first. And then if you hit, we'll do damage. And then I'll give you the option of marking stress to restrain.
Great. I'm gonna use my rally here.
Fantastic. Love it.
That is a 20 with fear.
With fear comes over to me, but that is a success. So go ahead and roll out your damage. Ooh, that's good. Oh no. With that fear rolled, by the way, Zane, one of your legs seems to be heavier as you're continuing to try to move forward. The countdown ticks. Go ahead, Ames, continue.
That was 11 points of damage.
11 points. Fantastic. Okay, let me take a look real quick. So that is 11 points on this creature. Fantastic. That's in its major threshold. Great job.
And I'm going to use my Umbral Veil while I'm here, which is whenever I roll with fear, I can spend any number of hope and place tokens on the card. So it basically protects me from damage.
Yep, fantastic. Incredible job. Okay, and as I offered before, would you like to mark a stress and I'll allow you to encapsulate this creature in webbing, causing it to be restrained?
Oh, for sure.
Mark a stress, and as the webbing encapsulates it, pinning it to the base of this pillar that is right nearby. Fantastic job. You did roll with fear. So is there anything else as your part before we move on to mine? Anything to resolve?
I do not think so.
Okay, fantastic. So then the first thing that I'm going to do, that fear that I just gained, as this wicker man is beginning to take light that is moving up the legs, you are all sensing an enormous power growing throughout this room. And as part of this, this is becoming hallowed ground. Good on my side also. This is becoming hallowed ground. So, or sorry, not hallowed ground, because that is a completely different thing. I need to use the specific thing, desecrated ground. And so, as part of that, I am using this fear. Everyone switch your hope dice to d10s. So you will no longer be rolling with a d12 hope die. That is a d10 at this point.
Hey.
Oh, that is rude. Luckily, I
Yeah.
have 2 d10s because that's how dice work.
So the fear dice stays as a d12.
This fear die stays as a d12. Yeah, you guys, I love showing off this feature of Daggerheart. The mechanics are crazy. Okay, great. That has another countdown in place, by the way, and I'm removing another werewolf. I am going to use one more fear token at this point, and I am going to have, let's see, can it do, it can still do that within fear. I'm going to activate... First, I'm going to activate my Mortal Hunter. The Siren is just looking straight at you. Our singing friend is just looking straight at you. However, I'm going to go ahead and
He's
activate...
looking at me.
Yep, exactly. Our Mortal Hunter is going to first go ahead and I think, given where they are, she is just going to try to push you off of her. That is Chadley. And is going to try to make an attack against you, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I have to spend another fear to change out that vulnerability. I can get rid of conditions by spending fear, but you guys are whittling me down. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and roll this one and see where that is going to be. Plus 3. Does a 15 bypass your evasion, Chadley?
My evasion's 10, so
Okay, all right.
I would say yes.
Okay. All right, great. So let me go ahead and roll out the damage here. So that, oh, not great.
When you're
Not
done
great
with that,
for
I'd like
you
to do
or not great
something.
for me?
Not great for me. Yeah. So that is going to be a 13 physical to you. Okay. 13 physical points. Does that fall in minor, major, or severe?
I have a 9 and then a 16. So
Okay,
I think
so
the
major. Yeah. And you are all still full up on your shields, right? So you have to take the 2 hit points.
You know, it's funny that you should say that because I could spend 3 hope to clear 2 of my armor slots, and I think I would like to do that actually.
Let's
You
go.
also can clear your stress if you need to because of the rally, if needed.
It's true. It's true. You could use the D6 to clear stress.
I kind of don't wanna, because I kind of want to
That's
frenzy
totally
at
fair.
some point.
Do it.
Yeah, our wolf is a fun time. Yeah. Okay, great. All right. So then you can either, because you cleared those and you have your armor slots back, you have 2 slots to fill. You could do 2 health or you could do 1 health, 1 armor. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use both of my armor slots.
Incredible. Oh, the secret third option. Very good. And at this point, because my Mortal Hunter has made a successful attack, all PCs lose a hope.
What if we don't have a hope?
Nothing happens. Yep. This is
Yes.
very good trick. Yep.
Ooh, boy.
So if you have hope to mark, go ahead and mark that off. And at that point, I am going to go ahead and surrender back over to my players. And I think, Jenna, I had heard you wanted to do something, right? With Sid?
Just the
Someone
going
had said they
into
were-
the Wicker Man's face
Ah,
with
that's
my spirit
right.
form. Yeah.
Yeah, I had said something, but it's no longer possible.
Oh.
So.
Okay. No worries. All right, fantastic. Oh, with the hope. Oh, yeah. it's
No,
crazy.
it wasn't actually that, but it's different. But it's not. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wicker
Okay,
Man.
great. All right.
Should
so
we
you're-
casually remind people that they can donate hope to us in case they want to see
Oh my
us gain
God.
some?
Yeah, listen, everyone. I've taken away the hope. There is abandon all hope, ye who enter here, unless you donate to the good cause. You know what I mean?
I will say we do have one hope die and one reroll
Nice.
from previous
Ooh.
donations, but I feel like those are going to get taken real quick.
Absolutely. So, moving over to Sid, you activating your ghost form, going ghost, as Danny Phantom would say, and flying up into the face of this, which I'm going to allow absolutely. I think you're invisible when you go into this form. So as
You
go
just
through-
hear kind of a timid Mr. Brightside being sung as she's doing this,
Oh,
because
no,
she's
my
had it
face,
stuck
I
in.
know.
Yeah, she's.
So good. So as you enter through, immediately the sound barrier breaks and you can hear Alex screaming from inside of this, what you could not hear from the outside. And he is just screaming the names of his friend. So he's screaming, Elliot, Zane, Chadley, Sid, Penguin! And he is just rattling at the bars of this thing.
Yeah, I imagine like he would start hearing that the Mr. Brightside, and I imagine that Alice
Sid!
is also probably one of the only people that has ever heard Sid kind of like hum under her breath, you know,
Oh
when
my
like
God.
listening to music. Like she usually just like keeps those walls up real high around most others.
You can see he is actually in kind of a white ceremonial robe. The back, however, is open to the waist,
very much.
almost like a hospital robe. Yeah. And you can see that on his back, there are these protrusions that are kind of extending out. Nothing has broken the flesh yet, but it looks like things are kind of coming out of his back. 10 in total.
Are there? Yeah, I was about to be like, is there 10 by any
Yes.
chance?
Yeah, there are. Yeah. And as he hears you singing, you see that he looks around. Sid, are you here?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hey, I don't know what happened.
Are you here?
Yeah,
Like brain.
it's
She points to her head and then she remembers like she's invisible. She's like, fuck.
Sid, it's me.
Are you? Yeah, well, yes, but
Are you guys okay?
does your back hurt? Do you have an itch or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
And he's going to look
so-
down at the creature currently restrained in webbing, and he's gonna kind of like shudder back a little bit.
May I
realize
snag that hope to be able to interact with the material world while still invisible and basically duct tape give him a back brace so that they have to get through multiple layers of duct tape should they ever try to come out of his skin. Because she makes duct tape wallets along with MySpace layouts. She knows how tough it is to break through.
I love that Jess's response was I think you're ready. I think you're good. Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, I would
Incredible.
like to do
So-
that then.
Fantastic. While you're doing this up here, I am going to extend it over to other members of the party
Absolutely.
as things are continuing up here. So anybody over here have anything to do?
Yeah, I want to be whacking this guy who's restrained.
Whack the guy. Whack the guy. Yes.
Okay.
So as part of that, I'm going to consider him vulnerable as well. So you're going to have advantage on the attack.
Which means I get to add a d6.
D6, absolutely. We're all getting Daggerheart, you guys. We're getting it.
4, 3 is 18.
18 is going to hit.
It's
Absolutely.
a fearful 18
Oh, I
though.
love a fearful 18. That's going to go here. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So go ahead and make your damage.
Oh my god, what do dice even look like? Because I'm whacking, I'm just gonna use my whacking stat instead of my magic stat, even though my magic's better, but it feels fair. That's 11 whack. It's magical whacking as I stab him with some of my front legs.
Incredible. All right, fantastic. So you are stabbing incredible. So you go for that. How much damage was it total?
11.
11 points. Fantastic. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mark. There we go. Wait, I have the wrong guy open right now. All right, there we go. Okay, great. Fantastic. Oh, that's actually better than I thought. This thing is looking pretty hurt. All right, so and that was with fear, which means I am going to take the turn as
Sorry,
you guys are. Yeah, I know the way that I do. Now, as this is happening, okay, the first thing is that the flames has begun to climb to the waist at this point. But I'm also ticking down this final werewolf. On the next time that we go, your werewolf reinforcements are coming down, okay? But as we are moving into this sphere, the room around you begins to shake again, okay? So I need everybody to go ahead and make a strength reaction roll. Remember, this doesn't generate hope or fear, okay?
Ooh. I rolled the max I could.
Ooh, well done.
That's 21.
Very good. Success.
18.
Okay, success.
11.
22. Well, no, 21.
Ooh, success. Absolutely. 11 we had, and last
13.
13. So on the 11 and the 13, we have a failure. I need both of you to go ahead and mark a stress.
You guys have your rallies if you still have them. You could add to
It's
it.
true.
I used mine,
Oh.
but having more stress is good for both Jess and I for our
Oh,
Uh-huh.
you know what? Yeah. Yes. You're so right.
It's true. The frenzy stuff. Absolutely. Okay, so sticking with the 11, right? Okay, great. So both of you are marking a stress. How are we looking, by the way? How many slots do y'all have?
I'm 5 of 7.
Oh, getting there. Incredible.
I'm 4 of 7.
Okay, all right. We're getting
also-
there, you guys.
My boyfriend, not boyfriend, might be dying in a fire soon. So
Yeah, he really might be dying in a fire soon, and then we're gonna just stress you all the way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And then I am going to go ahead and spend new reaver. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and spend a fear at this point to have the creature that is getting rickrolled down here by our witch go ahead and make another attack. Now, I haven't done a lot of this yet, but he technically has Relentless 3. So first I'm going to have him go ahead. He is restrained, but he can still attack you there in direct contact in front of him. So we'll switch out that die, move on to our next guy. All right, that is a 16. 16 bypasses evasion here.
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. And then that is going to do... Yep. 11 points of physical damage. And where does that fall? Minor, major, severe?
Well, okay, so that falls in major damage, but because of my umbral veil, with the shadowy energy that I choose to believe is just a bunch of spiders crawling all over,
Yep.
I can spend any number of tokens to give the attack roll a -1 penalty per token.
Yes.
So, wait, I got that confused. Does that...
That
wait,
would
is that
have
a
been to the hit.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I had
Okay,
something
okay,
else that does a different thing that I got it confused with.
Understood.
Never mind. I'll just mark the major damage.
All right, no problem. And then I'm going to go ahead and use one more fear to have that countdown tick down. Zane, you are getting so close to being fully petrified. At this point, I'm turning back over play, and who wants to go? I don't think we've seen Zane go in a little while. I think there are a couple people who need to do some stuff, but
yeah. Can you remind me what the how that works when we combine powers?
yeah. Do you have 3 hope?
I could get it.
Yes, please do, and then finish the job. Yes.
I could give you inspirational words to make you gain a hope if you don't want to be completely depleted. Also,
That would be perfect because I
Got you.
I have 1, and then
you
I
really like Mr. Brightside.
Yes.
And
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
in time for your favorite lyric.
Yeah. As I'm turning into stone. So then I'm gonna use my channel raw power, where I can get rid of a domain card and gain a hope, which gives me 3. And then I guess I'm turning into stone. Um, Rachel, I got an experience called I got sick with that once.
Oh yeah.
Would I
Oh
be able to be like, oh, yeah,
yeah.
I know how to deal with this, and I guess just like will myself, and like I'm so in tune with my body,
Yeah.
and through all of my illnesses, am I able just to will just the So
You're
I think
not fully paralyzed yet. You are
Yeah.
still good. Yes,
So I think I just
absolutely.
will the petrification, and then like the leg that was becoming stone just completely cracks away, and it just reveals just a skeleton leg underneath. And then I look over to Juliet with Koigel like screaming after the bitch slap. And then I guess with the 3 hope and the werewolves coming down, I guess
At
we're
this
hearing them behind.
Yes, at this point, they are all entering the room, howling,
Yeah.
looking, Juliet, for your signal at what to go to.
I think I with like now my skeleton leg and the werewolves coming down.
Yeah.
I think I just look at Juliet and put my my hand that is kind of decaying on her shoulder, and I guess we'll do that kind of special ability, and I'll just go to Juliet and I'll say, "Go get your man." And if I can, I just want to I think I gain like a stress, and then channel like wanting to like use my unleash chaos and just give her like 3d10 of just magic energy for Juliet
Incredible.
to do whatever she wants to do.
So let's talk about how this is going to work. It's going to go so fast. The first step is that you are both going to make an action roll, and we are going to get to choose the higher one. So grab your duality dice, your hope and your fear. Also, these wolves are giving you advantage. That's your backup. So put a d6 in your hand too. Go ahead and roll those. Each of you is going to go ahead and add your higher modifier. Zane, yours is instinct plus 3. Juliet, yours is instinct plus 2.
So just
go ahead
total?
and- Total. Yep,
26.
absolutely. With hope or fear.
Oh no, that's a crit. That's a crit.
Oh my god, so good. Juliet, have we rolled a crit on your side as well?
I wish. No. I'm just doing math.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's
Given that
19.
Fantastic. Given that we have this critical, we're going to take that as the hit. Now, a critical is going to be insane in this case because we're doing damage with it. So now, you guys both go ahead and roll the damage that you would. Zane, you said 3d10, so go ahead and roll those out, okay? Roll 3d10, and then Juliet, for you, I assume we can use our short bow, so 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah, what I'm thinking here is I got this reassuring pat on the back.
Yep.
With go get your man.
Yes.
I would like to with this buddy cop duo that we just formed, Voltron style.
Yeah.
I would like to throw Zane.
Oh my god, yes.
At this like cult leader. So like you put a reassuring hand on me and I'm like, bet, and I grab you.
Incredible.
And I just like chase after in wolf form.
I love that so much. I think I'm still gonna have you roll your for the purposes of this. He's going to become your bludgeoning weapon. Do you know what I mean? But 2d6 plus 3 on your side. Zane, what did you roll on your 3d10?
I look down at my parents as I fly over them and say, I thought you were at the vineyard. Okay.
I got 12.
Fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna mark another stress and double a dice, which means that's gonna be 21.
Fantastic. Okay. So very briefly, I'm explaining only so you guys all know how Daggerheart works. I know we're running out of time. The way that this works, it's actually Chris Perkins' original build, which is brutal critical. You take the maximum that you would have rolled. Then you also take the total that you rolled. I've been doing all the calculations over here. So for the purposes of this, 7, 8, you are ending up with 2, 5, 6, 78 total points of damage to, I'm going to have this take the first creature in the line, and then I'm also, which again was the Mortal Hunter. How do you want to kill the Mortal Hunter as part of this? This is Mayor Evelyn Graves.
Ooh,
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I also have a feature.
Let's go.
For my Ranger Hope, I can spend 3 hope when I succeed on an attack with a weapon to use that same roll against 2 extra adversaries.
Incredible. We're using
so
it.
I bowling ball Zane into
Could I say that? Could I say that with that, like Iliad gets that power and is just wailing
Yes.
down,
Yeah.
and so it's just like spread across all of us, just destroying. So I think it, yeah, and then like me and Chadley, I guess I don't know what Chadley's doing in this moment as I'm hurling.
Yeah. The wolves howling as they're rushing forward.
Sing.
As I'm about to hit the mayor, I'm like, this is not about me. And yeah, I think I'm just, it's just like human torpedo, cannonball, flying over the canyon, just straight into the chest.
Incredible. As you do, you hear her shrieking out, "No!" And then her body goes limp. As that damage is done there, you also making contact with that giant creature encased in webbing. You are now bandages and webbing rolling ass over tea kettle again. And yeah, it's a wedding time. Yeah, absolutely. This creature, as you land on top of it, is there, and you see it collapse in on itself as this giant wicker creature, one of the legs has now fully kind of burnt off and it is beginning to topple. We are going to finish this out with one last piece from Sid over here. What are you doing to get Alex out?
Okay. So let's see. Remember what I did with the window and like the whole knocking it out?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Windows hate to see Sid coming.
Yeah, windows are, I'm like, fuck this window in particular, even though it's like an eye because he's in a face. And
You hate other things that are see-through.
Yeah. I'm like, there can be only one of us, okay? And once again, Doc Martens, I would like her to like kick through it, and then if possible, since I did use that to interact with something, may I go off the tail end of this, and this is where the fuckery comes in, so please feel free. I would like to take him, kind of like hug him in a very friendly way, and then be like, barrel us out of there and use my body to take any physical damage that might hurt him. And then as this is happening, I want to whisper to him, hey, do you like Juliet?
Oh, I want to ask you very briefly, because it will make a difference here. How many hit points do you have available?
All of them.
Oh, all of them? All 4, right? Then you're going to be fine. So we don't need to address this. If it was less, I was going to see if we needed to blaze of glory. But
I mean, either way.
Given the situation with you, the amount of damage that I can do to you wouldn't matter. So as part of this, as you have burst through the window, grabbing and falling, do you like Juliet? You're going to actually see that as he's looking at you, his eyes look up across and he actually makes eye contact with her. And without looking back down to you, he says, always have.
Just fling
Go get her.
Across the entire room.
Yeah. And in that last impact, you crashing down, you are both going to slide back. I'm going to go ahead. It doesn't really matter the amount of damage that you're taking here, but you're sliding across. And as the ritual is breaking, guys, the pillars of this room begin to crack. all of the adults in the room that have been under hypnosis immediately start looking around as the wolf pack that has come down to the congregation begins seeing this. They immediately start barking out orders for everyone to get out. And with this, everyone begins hurtling up these stairs to get back to safety. As the last of you kind of emerges from this area into the midst of this ongoing party, you all hear a thunderous rumble from outside, and the party begins to disperse, fleeing in screams and cries. And as this is happening, the closing moment is as the party is left empty and the music changes to a slow dance. The 5 of you friends are all there, huddled around each other, arms on each other's shoulders, having been reunited. We have gotten so far over, but I think that is where we can close for the night, y'all having reunited with Alex and saved him from a horrible end. Good job, guys.
Before we head on out of here, though, let us tell the people who we are and where they can find us, any cool things that we have coming up. I know AJ has a very cool thing that is going on right now, so let's start with her.
Hi, I'm AJ Winters. I run Winter's Tales, the first TTRPG studio in Australia. And we just started a Kickstarter campaign not but like a week ago for Castleton, the setting book. If you like the idea of Bridgerton meets the Hunger Games in a TTRPG setting, then this is perfectly for you. And it's live now on Kickstarter. And there's a lot of cool things involved in it because it was inspired by the AP that we did almost a year ago that Jenna and Jess were both in as well. So go check it out, please. It's me.
And we'll go to Brandon.
Oh my gosh, I'm Brandon Kim. You can find me there. Wow. Thanks for this. This was amazing. Thanks for everyone who donated. Amazing. I don't know. Go check out Winter's Tales. Go to Kickstarter.
Okay, let's go to Jenna.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Jenna Daggers. I was playing Sid. You can find me under that same name, Jenna Daggers, across all different corners of the internet. I might even pop up where you least expect it, like right here. You can also find me on the Roll D5 channel or my own Twitch, unless you're watching from my own Twitch, in which case, congratulations, you found it. In which case, every single Friday night, I debut a new episode of a new series called Pings and Things, where we have a 30-plus person cast, and it is definitely not at all a logistical nightmare, as and I AJ would be able to speak to that experience. But also go check out Castleton. That's me.
Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia Som. I've been Iliad, and Iliad and Alex once accidentally killed a guy, and it wasn't relevant today. But isn't that a fun little tidbit I wanted you all to know? You can find me doing actual play on the podcast Unprepared Casters. You can find me talking about different tabletop adventures, source books, and things at the podcast Critical Lit. And I got a text from my sister today where she found my book in a physical store. So it's there. You can go to a bookstore and find Before the Tavern 100 character concepts for tabletop role-playing games. It's also available on the internet, as is everything else in the world. And while you're on the internet, go check out Castleton's Kickstarter.
All right, Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. If you want to see more stuff that I do, go head over to The Faint Divinities here on YouTube. Again, we do Daggerheart and only Daggerheart over here, which is why we're doing Daggerheart here today. That is it. My name was Rachel. I was the Dagger Master. Go check out Castleton. Yeah, Kickstarter.
Which is also Daggerheart compatible.
Heyo.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Synergy.
All right, my friends, I will take us home. I just want to say thank you all so much for helping us raise 1,000 pounds in the month of October. That is the equivalency of 1,342 US dollars for medical aid for Palestinians. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you to Rachel for being an incredible dagger master, to Ames, to Jenna, to Brandon, and AJ. Y'all were so much fun to play with. If you want to continue helping the folks in Palestine and charities who supports the folks in Palestine and are a game designer, I have a charity bundle that is called Games Against Genocide that is currently accepting game submissions. Any game that has not been involved in an Itch.io charity bundle is welcome to join. We'll be accepting bundle submissions until November 3rd, and then on November 10th, the bundle will be live until December 12th. So I just put the URL into chat. But with all that said, y'all, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. 5 of us are probably going to go to bed, and 1 of us is going to start our day. I'll let you decide who's who. Y'all, before you go to bed or start your day, make sure you check out Castleton so you can, I don't know, see really cool characters like mine, Azadriel, and literally hundreds of others. So with that being said, bye-bye, go make friends, wash your hands, don't eat paste. See you later.